Everybody, and welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern. My name's Mike, and this is the cast of the Tabletop Tavern. We have Decider 12, Cyclone Jack, YottsTwitch, and Luna, and we're here, and we're ready to get the game going. How is everybody doing tonight?
What's going on, cats? Good to see y'all.
I'm so excited to be back.
Oh, it's we spend the week talking about this game and talking about what we can do to make it better, but the underlying principle is we can't wait to play every Sunday night, and hopefully that translates to you guys having some fun out there. And we're gonna play some D&D tonight. What do you guys think about that?
It's not a bad idea.
So
I think it sounds good.
In true fashion, in true Twitch fashion, the bot is broken right now, so things are not working as correctly as they should. So we will be unable to use the first commands tonight, unfortunately, but we'll make it through, guys. We'll make it through. But it's good to see you all out. Chat, thank you so much for coming out and supporting us. We appreciate you being here. I'd like to give a shout out to a couple new Patreon subscribers. We have Wolfguard 1920, Nate Westlink, and Riot Extreme. All have decided to support us through the Patreon method. Thank you so much for that support, guys. We appreciate everything you guys do for us financially, coming out and hanging out with us. Like I said, Patreon takes the least amount of money for us, and you can subscribe at a $1 mark over there. It'd mean a lot if you can do it. If not, it's no big deal. Just hang out, have some fun, and we appreciate everybody coming by. So without further ado, let's get the night going, and let's get some rolls in chat. I mean, let's get some rolls cast, and let's see who's going to be giving us this week's summary.
All right, here we go. Put curve on this one.
You gonna put some English on it?
A little bit of English on it.
No whammies, no whammies.
I'm safe.
Ooh.
No.
Mihaly. Mihaly.
I knew it was gonna be me.
You knew? You knew?
I knew.
I did
I had a
too.
bad feeling about it.
Yeah. Thanks for fixing those die, by the way.
Oh,
Appreciate
no
that.
problem. I got you. You just can make sure that money gets into my account, okay?
Absolutely. 400 was it?
It was
Yeah.
400.
Oh,
Okay.
Fits.
Yeah.
well, I would've
You'll
did
notice
less
I
than that
put in my
anyway.
1,000 bits before we rolled, so.
I did see
Well,
that.
It's fair, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say?
All right, so
All right.
Mihaly, could you give us a roundup on last week?
Well, here we go. We started in a gypsy camp, or at least what we assume to be a gypsy camp, a caravan of, what's the word for that? A group of
Gypsies.
caravans, sure, an encampment of sorts. But anyway, it turned out to be an illusion that was put on by a mage. So we tried to track her, but unfortunately she escaped. However, we brought back those sashi mushrooms we were out looking for. Brought them down to the what was the guy that the alchemist? We gave him his. He prepared a little something for us. We brought it over to the fortune teller. She may or may not have gotten pretty high. Just saying. It's not official canon. We don't know for sure. But she had some visions. And she pulled us all into the room one by one. And she gave us some advice based on what she saw. Now, should we take it for gospel? Who knows? But we all got some interesting little tidbits out of that for sure. After that, we went to talk to Father Xanthus and tell him about what happened. But we ran into a woman who told us of a goblin problem of sorts. Turns out her husband went to check it out in her house, and he is yet to return. So, being the brave, bold, weakling adventurers that we are.
Heroes. You could say heroes. It's fine.
Oh, heroes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Heroes. Is heroes the right term for it?
I mean,
still is
That's
technically.
what we seem to think we are.
being the heroes. Being the heroes that we are currently on our way to investigate and see.
Insane.
All right.
Fairly accurate, Mihaly. Fairly accurate.
Okay, I'll take pointers. I'm sorry. It's been a whole week.
It has been a whole week, guys. It has been a whole
My
week.
notes are failing me.
All right, guys. So when last we left off, the party was approaching the house of Amele under the assumption that she was being honest with them, that there was something in fact going on at her house. Her son and her husband had been having issues where ever since the Sandpoint Festival. So the son had kept on waking up at night with the complaint that something was around in the room, and every time her husband, Amele's husband, Allergas, went in to check, he didn't find anything. But last night, Allergas said, let him sleep, let him deal with it his own. And then they heard a sharp cry and a yelp coming from the room. And Aaron came running out, and Allergas went in, and Amele had left the house to get her children out of the house and try to get some help. She had ran into the party and requested aid, and that's where we will begin tonight's session. As you guys approach the house, Amele comes and she's like, "That's it, sir and Mrs. That's the house right there." If you go in the front door and you take a left and go down the hallway, Aaron's room is on the left-hand side. Please help. Please move quick. Please help.
Right away. Let's go. All right, I'd like to approach the front door.
Okay. You approach the front door and let me know.
I'm
what
gonna knock on it.
You're gonna knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Delicate knock, and then I'm
What
going to say, "Open door."
What are you doing, just Davdithas?
It's still polite. I know we're in a hurry, but it's still polite.
I move past him and throw the door open and step in.
Good, because I was about to if you didn't. So
Okay.
I slowly walk past the cider and go, well, that's pretty polite.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to be nice to the nice.
All right. So when you guys open the door and go in the house, this is what you see. You see a room in front of you. It's the like a living room type room where the people are, like a common area for the house. You see it's about 15 feet in front, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you guys down on the map, and you guys can set up how you would like to be, and from there you guys can decide how you would like to proceed. I'm just gonna remove somebody from the combat tracker, but we'll get you in there. Idabrix, Gunnar, Davdithas, and Mihaly, our place. So you guys are good to go.
All right. Well, I
Is
am
the
at least.
northernmost wall the wall that we came in?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay.
So those are the that's the entryway where Davdithas is standing right now.
All right. I'm going to be at the entranceway since I was polite enough to hold the door for all of you.
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. And Gunnar, as you move forward to that doorway, it opens up a little bit in front of you. You're about to see. You can see about 20 feet in front of you. To the south, there is a bedroom with a dresser, and it looks like to be a bedroom for two people. Well, the bed is big enough to support two people. It's a pretty welcoming home, and there's a faint smell of fire in the house, and breakfast or good food that lingers in the air.
Okay.
If you look to your right, there's about a 5-foot alcove on your right hand side, and you can see some like traditional, just like family sketches, and it looks like art that kids have done. And you can see about 5 to 10 feet down the hallway to your left, which would be the east.
Hey, Gunnar.
Hmm?
Do you smell that?
The food?
Yes. This definitely isn't an illusion.
Reality at last.
Ah,
We should still be careful, though.
What if it's illusionary smells?
My mind is blown.
We should focus on the task at hand.
Yes.
Okay.
You all have issues.
That's
All
Can't be
of
too
you.
trusting these days.
never know.
I uncinch my hammer and loosen my right hand.
Okay.
twisting the grip in my hand as I step into the hallway and start eyeing down the hallway.
Okay.
See if I see any doors open or any traces of anybody moving about.
So when you look down the hallway, you will see a door on the the northern and the southern wall, as well. Those are about 15 feet in front of you. There is a door at the end of the hallway as well, about 25 feet from you.
Okay.
I apologize. There's a part that opened up there that's not really there. That would be the first area on your right hand side that's opened up just a tiny bit. That's actually just a wall.
Okay. I look
anything
back
there?
at the other three and I go a couple doors. That's about it. Should I continue? Can you guys watch my back?
Yeah.
Emily said her son's room was down the hall to the left.
Oh, I see a doorway to the left. Let's
Most.
see what I see.
I'm right with you.
I start walking down the hallway,
Okay.
and I'm going to stop at the first doorway to the left.
I'm gonna stay about 5 feet behind him as he walks.
Okay.
I'll follow.
I'll go right behind her.
Okay.
Looking back at the other three, are you all ready?
You should knock. It would be polite.
I look down at Idabrix. I can't tell if he's kidding or not.
I think he's being serious, actually.
I'm just saying, we're in someone else's home. We're entering rooms we don't know. You know, it's just the nice thing to do.
I check to see if the door is locked first.
The door's not locked.
I throw it open.
Okay. As you throw the door open, you see. I'm going to open up the room for you so you can see.
Here we go.
Hold on, because things and stuff. Okay. That added. All right. So as you open the door, you see a body lying on the ground midway in the room. On the right-hand side, there's a closet, and there's a closet there with a body lying in it. His head and his hands look to be inside that closet, and he's like laying down there, and you very clearly see blood.
Does it look to be child size, grown size?
This appears to be a grown man.
And this doesn't appear to be a bedroom.
So excuse me. It is a bedroom. The children don't actually have a bed. They just sleep on you see in the top west part of the room. There's a couple sleeping like pads that they would lay on.
Okay, it's just not in the drawing.
Yeah. So this is
right.
So this is this would be the cabinet, and the body would be laying coming out 5 to 10 feet out.
All right. I slipped my shield off my back onto my left hand.
Yep.
And I step in towards the body.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't good. I'm pulling my
So
shield and
I'm
mace
gonna
out
place
too.
you right there, because if the body would be like poking out. So if you were gonna occupy the square, like think of his legs coming out of the closet. You know what I mean? About
Okay.
5 feet. So he's right. So you could choose any of the spots around the immediate square that by the closet.
Sure. I glance over my shoulder and give them all a second to catch up.
No, there's a body.
I'm gonna squeeze past and move into the room.
Okay.
Stand in the opposite corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll squeeze in past Davdithas too.
All right.
Can you tell us about this room, Mike? Is there anything
So
we can pick up on?
this room is about 20 by 20. It's a child's room. There's a couple sleeping pads on the ground with and a crib where the children would sleep. There's toys on the wall to the on the western wall. There is a bunch of toys. wooden swords, things of that nature. And there's a coppery smell from in the room right now.
Copper smell. Could that mean blood?
Yeah, do I recognize it as a bloody smell?
Yeah, you guys very clearly see the blood coming from around his body.
I reach forward with my hammer and I shove at the body with a mighty push.
Okay, so are you pushing it out of the way, or are you trying to pull it out? What are you trying to do?
I'm pushing it back towards the chair.
Okay.
In that direction, not into the chair actually. But...
Okay. All right. So as you do so, a shriek comes through from the closet. It's and suddenly you see a hole in the floor, and when you pull the body back, you notice that it's the face of a man. It's a typical man, but his face, half of his face has been chewed off. His throat is cut, and you see this figure pop out of the hole and scream at you. And with that, I'm going to ask you to roll initiative. Let me get a picture.
With pleasure. Sorry, that's not my initiative roll.
Alrighty. So what do you guys get for initiative?
I rolled a 7.
I have a 17.
Okay.
19.
23.
All right. So it looks like Mihaly is up. You see the figure standing there. It has what looks to be a broken dog slicer in its hands. It's cruelly, it's like mangled. There's blood dripping from it, and he's looking at you, all of you, furiously.
Okay. I would like to cast grease in this 10-foot square. Oh, sorry. Trying to move it, but I'm just moving the map.
Okay.
Silly me. Not this one, but
like that.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Absolutely. So
Thank
you're
you
gonna cast
very
grease.
much.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
So polite.
So take the spell, and go to the end. Or what's your modifier? So that would be 10 plus your prime modifier plus the level of the spell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to open it up here.
No problem. So
10
this
plus my prime modifier, which would.
So 10 plus 1 for the level of the spell, and then whatever stat you have
Plus
that.
my charisma is plus 4. So
Okay.
10 plus 5 is 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a save DC 15,
Thanks.
and let's see how this gentleman reacts to your grease. Let's see, his reflex save. And he falls to the ground. So now, this goblin you're looking at it's swearing profusely, hissing, and falls to the ground prone at Gunnar's feet. So we will be on to Davdithas now.
All right. Well, seeing him slip and fall, I'm gonna take a big old swing at him with my mace.
Alrighty.
With my Morning Star, actually.
You're gonna use your Morning Star. Okay, let's see this epic blow.
It's gonna be so epic. You're not even gonna know what to do about it. Watch. Once I actually do it. Hold on. I'm taking the attack die and I'm rolling it on him, and it's not doing anything.
Okay, so just give me the numbers manually.
Okay. 1 second here. Let's see here. So, was it manually? It's I don't think I have any strength modifiers, so it's just a regular roll here. So
Okay.
I can roll that.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a 9.
9 is not gonna do it, even with the modifier of him being prone at your feet.
Sweet.
All right. Idabrix.
I'm gonna try something different for a change, and I'm going to use my rapier.
Okay.
Since I figure we're in fairly close quarters.
All right, give me a
So-
shot and try and drop it on him. See, I think I might have fixed it, but if not, we'll just do it
Okay.
manually.
Yeah, so that's totally a miss. That's a 6.
Okay. All right, and with that brings us to Gunnar.
If you want something crushed,
You want
I
something
lose-
done right, you've got to do it yourself, right, Gunnar?
that's the way it seems. I loose my shield with my left arm, hammer in both hands up over my head, and let out a mighty growl as I smash down on this thing's body.
Okay. So Gunnar is readying, and he.
That's a 14.
Okay. So this thing is not taking into account the fact that he's prone. So that is actually a hit. So you connect solidly on his head as you come down.
Awesome.
Let's see how much damage this epic hit does to this fiend.
That's 11 damage.
So Gunnar takes his hammer, and when he brings it down on the top of the goblin, the goblin is trying to scramble up. He hits him squarely in the back and puts him back down in the dirt. Well, in the grease per se. So the goblin it's the goblin's turn, and at this point he's furious. He looks at you, Gunnar, and he's gonna stand up, which provokes an attack of opportunity from you and Davdithas. Well, he's gonna attempt to stand up, so let me resolve that quick. So he attempts to stand up and is not successful, but in doing so, it provokes an attack of opportunity from Davdithas and Gunnar. Let's start with Davdithas.
With pleasure. It's a 7.
So as he tries to stand up, Davdithas swings with his Morning Star and just is unable to connect on the goblin. Gunnar.
I will teach you, young one. Little man can't swing, needs to get stronger. Here.
And that would be a hit as well. So so Gunnar connects solidly as he's starting to get up, and hits him
That's 13.
square in the bridge of the nose, cracking the goblin's skull, and the brains of the goblin start leaking out of the front of his face. Gunnar pulls his hammer back, and because he has to like wrench it out of the goblin's skull because he hit him so hard. Looks down, and the goblin is dead. And with that, we will be off initiative.
The trick is you hit them with your weapon in the face, and they die quick.
You really hit him.
See,
I'm starting to think he did something to your family, Gunnar.
the floor really wanted it. I kept, hitting that floor and I tried.
You tried.
I tried.
A
That's
for
all I could
effort.
say.
A for effort.
Thank you. Thank you, mysterious overhead voice.
He might have screwed with Squee. I won't tolerate that.
He
So-
might-
Anyway.
You were right.
Give me some perceptions, guys.
That's an 18 for me.
Okay.
6.
1 + 10 for 11.
23.
Okay.
I gotta fire these dice.
So, as you guys look, you look past the body of the goblin. He's currently standing on top of the body of what you guys can only assume is Allerghast at this point. And you look down into the closet, and there's a hole in the ground, and it looks like it was dug out with enough room for for the goblin to hide in. Give me a survival if you could.
Sure. I can do that.
Is survival trained only?
15, and yes.
Thank you.
So Gunnar, you look down at the down at the hole, and it's what you're summarizing from the situation is you see there's broken bits of gear in there. There's like the remains of big bugs in there. So like, the hard parts of the bug, like the carapace that they couldn't be eaten.
Okay.
And from this information and you looking at this hole and experience, you think what happened is that this goblin got trapped in here, and based on the information that you got from Amele, what you think had happened is that the goblin was like looting and raiding during the whole raid on Sandpoint, and got trapped in there. And every night when Aaron was complaining about the noise in the closet, what you think what happened was the goblin was coming out and trying to escape. He's been surviving off bugs that you can clearly see in the ground there. Every time he tried to get out, the dog would growl at him, wake Aaron up, and he would be forced to get back in his hole. And another thing you notice when you're looking at this goblin is that he seemed a little crazier than the other goblins that you guys have experienced so far. You think him being in there for 4 or 5 days, slowly starving, trying to get food, that he started to slip a little bit. So when Allergas went to investigate and he went in there, from the blood on the broken dog slicer, you think he cut his throat and he just started to chew on his face. So Allergas is he is completely bled out and he is dead.
Okay. Any sign of the boy in there from what I can see in the hole?
No, the boy left with the mother earlier.
Okay, so the boy was with the mother. My mistake.
Yep.
Well,
This is terrible. Terrible sight.
do you have rights that you can say over the father's body to whisk him away to the fields or the halls?
I'll let you take care of that. Perhaps Odin could do him a better justice than I might be able to do to his face right now.
I dispel my grease before Gunnar has a chance to light him on fire.
There you go.
Thank you, Mihaly. Very much appreciated.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'll handle this one. I am very sorry that your life had to come to this, but may the blessing of Desna take you to a better place. No fires, by the way. No fires. Okay.
Well, this isn't a funeral. I'm not going to burn him now.
I don't know what you're gonna do, man. I never know what you're gonna do.
I mean, this is fair.
Let's check this goblin, see if he's got anything on him.
We should probably let the mother know that it's clear now.
Yeah, Mihaly, you want to do that?
I grab the father up and throw him over my shoulder. On my
I'll
left
open
shoulder.
the door and head back towards the entrance.
I pick up.
Gunnar, before we take him out, can we I don't know, maybe put a blanket over him or something? Just
Find me a blanket? Question mark, I guess.
Can I find a blanket or
Yeah,
some
you
kind
can
of...
readily find a blanket. There's one right on the bedroll by the wall.
I'm just gonna grab it and I'm gonna drape it over him so it's not as visible.
Okay.
Fantastic. And I grab the goblin once I reholster the hammer on my hip. Grab the goblin by the back of his shirt / pants / belt.
Okay.
And I hoist him up and I look back at Idabrix and Davdithas. Well, are we ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we've done what we came here to do.
Wonderful. Should I lead the way or do you two want to?
I'm already out of the room.
Let's
Well,
switch.
when she's gone.
Let's switch to Mihaly real quick. And Mihaly, you have gone outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know how you want that to play. You know what you want to do when you get outside.
Walk back to Amele and say, we cleared the house. You were right to assume there was something wrong in there.
What did you find?
We found a goblin. We found a man who we can only assume must be your husband.
Oh, where's Allergast?
You're gonna have to come with me.
What happened? Why do I have to come with you?
Just come on in. I really don't know how to say this. So I'll, if you will, we'll be with you in the house and we'll make sure nothing else happens. But if you could come this way.
At this, she starts crying, but why won't she starts following you, but why won't you just tell me what's going on with Allergast?
Well, there's a man in there who has succumbed to his wounds.
No.
We can't tell for sure.
No.
We don't know if it's him. I mean, we're under the assumption that it is. You should be prepared for that.
Oh, and she completely breaks down at this point. She puts her hand out to try and steady herself.
Gonna open back up the door to the house. I assume we're pretty close, right? Like
Yeah.
Just outside on the stoop.
Yep.
And I'm gonna shout in, "Hey guys, can I get a hand here?"
All right, I'm gonna lead the way for Gunnar.
I'm stepping out
let's
after
get
him.
the cleric up front here. He sure knows how to handle this, right?
I don't know about that. Anyway. All right.
So
Gunnar, I think
you're leading Emily into the house.
I'm gonna step back inside. Yeah.
Okay. So Emily comes into the house. When Emily comes in, she sees the four of you standing there. Gunnar, it has a body over his shoulder, covered with a blanket, and what appears to be a goblin hanging from his hand, carrying him. Where? I need to know if it's him. I need to know.
Gunnar, if you would be so kind as to lay him down.
Sure.
I'm gonna step out of the center of the room to make space.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna pull the cloth halfway up his body, really revealing from the legs to his waist. Do you recognize him?
I don't know. I don't remember what he was wearing. I need to see his face. I need to see his face.
I'm just gonna warn you. What you're about to see might be a little unsettling. Are you sure?
I need to know.
All right.
Gunnar drops the goblin with his right hand and sets down, like half sets him on his feet, like holding him by the waist still.
Okay.
And with my right hand, I pull the cloak back, revealing the top half of him.
Okay. Emily looks at the body, looks at the half of the face, and recognition comes over her eyes, and she completely crumbles to the ground. Oh, Allergast. Allergast. Why couldn't you have just listened? And she's a mess. She's in a sobbing pile right now.
I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
I hoist the body back up after fixing the cover over it,
Okay.
and then grab the goblin again by the back of him,
Okay.
and I glance at the rest of the party. I should bring them to the church.
I think that might be best.
Someone should inform the sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I agree.
If you accompany me, I'll go with you after we drop the bodies off.
Sure.
So Emily,
before we go, your son, where is he?
he's outside. The baby
Okay.
and her other son are outside.
Yeah, they shouldn't see this.
She looks at Davdithas and says, she's obviously a wreck. She's like, "Can you take me over to the healer's hut? I can't be alone right now. Could you bring me over there?"
I would be more than happy to. Whatever we can do for you in this time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So Davdithas is gonna bring Emily over to the healer's hut. Gunnar, what were you doing again?
I was going to bring the bodies to see the father.
The father's
and bring
Antis?
them to the church.
Okay. And Mihaly, what you doing?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I could go either way. Idabrix, what do you want to do here?
I
They're
was
gonna be tied up for a minute. What do we do?
kind of thinking the same thing, that I wasn't really sure where I would be more helpful.
So, pint of mead.
Yeah,
Let
let's
this
do
whole
that.
thing blow over.
Yep, I like that plan.
Just don't tell Davdithas.
No.
Don't
we'll
tell me
drink
what.
his.
What's that?
Nothing.
What?
Super
Nothing?
important secret quest.
Oh, all right. I gotta take
It's
care
only
of
for
Emily.
two.
Yeah, you're busy. I mean,
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it.
No problem. I'm sorry, Emily.
So where you guys, where Mihaly and Idabrix, where you headed?
Well, we drank at the Rusty Dragon quite a bit. Is there anywhere else in town?
There is. Well, you haven't discovered that yet. So, I mean, you could research around town, or you could
Want
ask
to go
around
take
town.
a walk and
Take a walk.
shake this thing off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I start heading back. I don't know, just kind of in the general direction of town, like anywhere that may seem like it could have a tavern.
Okay. And I'm sure you could ask around in the town. And you could find another. You could find another. You could find somebody that probably could point you in the right way.
All right. So I start asking around.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just following behind.
Okay. So we'll do this in a little bit of a different order. So, Gunnar, we're gonna have you head up to Father Xanthus's, the church. Gunnar, did we lose him? Well,
I
wait,
think
let
my
me.
so.
brain's frozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
How about now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That
Gunnar's
was weird.
you just froze for a second there. It was kind of odd.
Gunnar was pulling like a Doctor Strange, like
Very
checking all the
dramatic.
realities.
He was checking all the realities.
Sorry about that, guys.
So Gunnar is gonna head up to Father Xanthus at the church.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna double time it to the church.
okay. All right. So you make it up there. And when you get there, all the acolytes are milling about, and they see you coming with the body of a goblin, and then what appears to be a body wrapped in a towel or a blanket.
Yeah.
Gunnar, what's going on?
I need one made ready for a funeral pyre, and the other, well, to be investigated and or done with whatever you do with trap.
Where did you find this goblin?
It was in this man's house. It was hiding in a young boy's closet, and the father went to investigate and got himself.
Okay. I'm gonna get Father Xanthus but we're gonna send a runner over to City Hall, see if we can hunt down Sheriff Tavern. And if there's goblins still in town, we gotta know about this.
Of course.
All right, and with that, we're gonna swing over to Mihaly and Idabrix. So you guys walk out of the house. There's a small little crowd formed. I mean, you guys are big news in the town, so when they see you, you guys going into the house, people in, Aaron and the baby outside waiting, a small crowd forms. So if you want to ask somebody, there's people available to ask about the inn.
There's a bit of a crowd. I say we just kind of slip out and find. Is it appropriate to ask people about?
Yeah, I actually think that's a good idea to not make it look like we're just gonna go drink after killing a goblin and finding a dead man.
I mean, it is the reality of the situation. But
Well,
not everyone.
yes,
needs to be
but
privy to
they don't need to know that.
Yeah. People cope with things their own ways. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. They're just gonna slip around the back of the house, maybe sing the big crowd, and just try to, get
And
out into a different street and walk around.
You're just gonna walk around.
Yep.
So I'm gonna share the map with you, and you can give me an idea for where you're kind of looking. So you guys are currently up around here, in this area. The house was over here. So Gunnar, you were only a couple streets away from where the Father Xanthus was, the new the St. Paul Cathedral.
Okay.
And funny enough, the white the
Have
white.
you guys seen those pointers?
Give me a give me a no. You're not supposed to see him. Look outside. Give me a perception check. I'm sorry.
I'd be in a natural 20 for 20 total.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gunnar. Mihaly and Idabrix.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good perception, though. Good perception.
Good
I'm very
perception.
shaken up about what just happened. I'm not very perceptive at
Okay.
the moment.
It's just
And
All
I have
right.
a 10, so I'm slightly more perceptive, but
Okay,
not by
Idabrix,
much.
you actually see the building, 2 buildings over, is a sign with a, there's a deer on the front of it, but there's a cup as well. So you think that that might be a place to grab a drink at.
So I'm gonna just kind of nudge Mihaly, just kind of like elbow him a little bit, and just
Okay.
kind of be like, "Hey, over there,"
Yeah.
Okay.
and point it out to him without really just being like, "Hey, let's go."
Okay. Gunnar, I'm sorry, Mihaly, give me a perception.
Sure. I roll a 8.
So Gunnar looks at, I keep on doing that. Mihaly looks over at you. Mihaly looks over at you. He's like, what? What do you want?
I was gonna suggest we go over there.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. What's over there?
Just follow me.
Okay.
All right. So,
And yeah, I just walk over, start
Okay.
walking over.
okay. All right. So we're going to cut over to Davdithas. So Davdithas has offered to take Amele over to the healers. And that is closer to the Rusty Dragon. And so you think it'll take you about 5 to 10 minute walk over there. As you're walking down there, Davdithas, you know, she's just inconsolable. You know, she's leaning on you. You have to help her along because she's you know, inconsolable and she doesn't know what to do. She's like, what? He took care of the family. He the money. What am I
know,
gonna
Emily.
do?
I know. There's nothing I can really tell you that will make this better right now, but things will get better in time. And trust me, me and my friends here, we will take care of this. We'll make sure this never happens to anyone else. But for now, let me just get you to some people who can get you through this. All right?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's this is just so horrible. So as you're walking over, like I said, she's just a complete wreck. You get over to where she indicates, and you approach the house, and you know, it has like a universal sign on the front of it for like a healer. And you get there, and she's like, "Will you help me inside?"
Absolutely. Yeah, come with me.
All right. As you go inside, you know, it's the smell of medicinal herbs definitely, you know, you see bandages, you see like a very clean, pristine area with a bunch of herbs and candles and stuff like that. And a woman comes out and she's like, "Can I help you?" And she looks over and she sees Amele crying, and she goes, "Amele, what is wrong? What's wrong?" And
There's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
Her husband, unfortunately, was killed by a goblin.
Where? How?
It happened in their house. There was a goblin hiding in there after the attack, we think.
Oh, poor Allergast. Poor man. Amele, come in here. Come inside, dear. We'll go sit out back, and we'll get you some tea going, and we'll. You know, we can't make it right, but let's see what we can do for you. And with that, she nods to you, and she starts leading Amele out back to try and comfort her.
All right. Well, that's one rough situation dealt with, I suppose. Wonder where everyone else went off to.
All right, what would you like to do from here, Davdithas?
I'm gonna head back to the house because that's the last place I knew where anyone was.
Okay. All right. So, you are. I'm gonna give a little pointer. You're on this side of town, like right over here, in this area. Can you see the pointer?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I do.
All right. So, and you know the Rusty Dragon's over here. So, it'd take you a couple minutes to walk back over, and that's you want to head back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you leave, and you start making your way back over, a woman approaches you, and she a redhead, very attractive woman.
Careful.
Very attractive woman. She's wearing a green dress, and she runs up to you and she goes, "You're one of the new heroes of the town, aren't you?"
Yes, I am. I am a hero. Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, oh, hello, new friend. You're one of the people who saved so many lives during the goblin attack at the festival the other day. You're one of those heroes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to really brag, but yeah, I am.
All right.
Yeah.
And so she just, she's a little shy and she looks down at you, goes, "I wonder if you could help. My father, Ven, well, he owns the local general store, and with everything going on the attacks, with the attacks and my sister, his attentions have been distracted. You see, we've kind of developed a small pest problem that needs to be addressed. And since I had the luck to run into you, one of the heroes of Sandpoint, I thought I might intrude upon you to help a lady in need." And at this, she just smiles at you and bats her eyes.
Oh, please, anything I could do for you, I would be, it would be my honor, truly.
Okay. To put it quite frankly, the store has rats. Just yesterday, I saw the one the size of a goblin. There's not many. It certainly won't warrant much more help than you can provide, being a hero of Sandpoint and all. But I would really appreciate the help. It's a little more than this lady can handle. I'm sure Ven, again, that's my dad. You see, I'm sure he'd be eternally grateful.
Oh, absolutely. Anything I can do to get your father's thanks,
Okay.
would be great. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna she's like, "Yeah, my place is right over there. We're a short distance away." With that, we're gonna jump over to Idabrix and Mihaly and check in on what they're doing.
Oh, it was a bar. See, when you nudged me in the street, I had no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, well, since we had discussed maybe getting a drink and
Yeah, right. Okay.
wanting, yeah. So I saw a bar and figured that might be a good place to go.
Well, I mean, it always stands to reason. Bars, drinks, bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Barkeep, can I get a couple what you want mead?
Yeah, I'll have whatever
Gin
you're
mead?
having.
All right, couple pints of mead, please.
We don't have mead in here. We have ale. You want mead? You gotta go down and see Amico. We serve
okay.
ale here.
Okay, what kind of ale are you gonna serve us?
Oh, we have a nice winter ale for you. Nice.
Okay, well, take two
Try
of them.
that.
Okay. So, bartender, he's like, couple ales for our guests here. And
Grabbing a seat at the bar and pulling one out for Idabrix.
okay. All right. So you guys sidle up to the bar, and a Shawanti man, quiet man, kind of somber, calls back to his staff and says, "Bring these to a couple mugs of ale."
So I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out my nobleman's hat and adjust it onto my head.
You're gonna put it on your head? Okay.
Yeah, and be like, "By the way, thanks. I love it. It's a perfect fit. Who would have thought?"
Well, I knew how much you liked it.
Well, I mean, I do have a strange fascination for hats, and this has to be one of the stranger hats that I've seen, so I kind of had to have it.
I don't think
I
it
could
is a
afford
strange
to buy
one.
it from the guy, but hey, this worked out great. How did you get so good at, there's no other word for it, but lifting things?
Practice, survival.
Really? Have you ever been caught?
Probably.
What does that even mean? You would know if you were caught.
Well, it means they probably figured out it was me, but I was gone before they knew.
You are the sneaky one, aren't you?
I'm very shy, too, as they like to say.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Shy indeed.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless. I gotta say, there's got to be something I can do to repay you.
Pay for
Perhaps
drinks.
just have-
We'll call it
well,
even.
Oh, fair enough. All right, I lift up my mug. I assume the drinks have come by now.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
lift up the mug that may or may not be in front of me. I lift up someone else's mug. Cheers. And then when I
Sludge.
put it back down in front of the man beside me, I say, "Hey, look, I'm getting pretty good at this too."
All right, we're gonna check in with Gunnar and see what Gunnar's up to. So Gunnar, when we left off, the Alkalites had sent a runner over to fetch Sheriff Tavern to inform of what was going on. Father Xantus has come out, and Gunnar, friend, it's good to see you. Under distressing terms again, I guess.
I wish it was under better terms, but apparently not.
Now's not the time, Gunnar, but I'd like to sit down with you sometime and talk about your gods. The Alkalites indicated that you wanted to prepare the body yourself.
There's a certain way that a warrior, a man who goes down protecting his family, should in our culture.
Okay. I'd like to learn about that. Maybe you can explain as we go about it.
I could.
Okay.
Do you have a place we can set the body?
Yes,
We can prepare it.
Yeah. We'll have the Alkalites bring it down to the we have a cooler area where we tend to keep bodies, and so we'll have them transport that down in a couple minutes. They should be ready. What do you require? Do you need anything?
Funeral pyre. He's not a king, so we don't need a longboat, but a pyre, some of his belongings.
Interesting.
His family should be made aware. Some gold, pence.
Does his family want this body prepared this way? Have you spoken with Amele?
I don't know how she wants it prepared. I just figured I'd offer my services. If she wants it done a different way or buried, then it's up to all of you in the town. I just figured I'd offer, since he died valiantly protecting them.
Yeah, why don't we get him cleaned up, prepare his body? Because even if she decides to bury him, I don't see any wrong or anything, undue with preparing the body in the custom of your people.
All right, this sounds good.
And I can learn a thing or two.
We can hope.
All right, so Gunnar and Father Xantus go down to the crypt area. It's essentially a place where they prepare the dead. And after a couple minutes, Sheriff Tavern shows up, and he comes with a couple guards, and he you hear him coming into the temple, and an alkalite comes down and announces his arrival. So as Sheriff Tavern comes down, he comes and nods at Father Xantus, nods at you, Gunnar, and this is bad business, friends. This is bad business.
I don't know about business, but this is bad way of living.
We had set up patrols to try and curb some of this, but what I think we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Sheriff Hemlock. My apologies, team. It's the mayor is Devon. So Sheriff Hemlock comes, and we're gonna address this with Mayor Devon. We're gonna get some more patrols going. But this might be a good opportunity if you guys wanted to further assist. Maybe we could have you run some patrols with us, and we can work about getting this town secured. This is a tragedy. This tragedy shouldn't have occurred. I'd like to get the details from you on what happened, and we'll go from there. So with that, we're going to check in with Davdithas. So Davdithas, you make it to this house, and it's a house / general store. And it's she's like, yeah, this is our place right here. And I gotta get the map. I'm gonna get the map open for you.
By the way, when I'm walking with her, I'm walking very chest out, upward,
Puffed up?
and puffed up. Just
Okay.
just a side note there.
Okay. For some reason, the map does not want to pop up. So if you give me a second, we'll get that going. Hold on. Okay, so we got the house. I'm gonna share it with you guys. All right, so when you get to the house, you know, you come in through this door over here, and I'm gonna put a pointer so we can you know where you're coming in.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna come in on the west side of the house, and it opens up to a common room, and the room is, you know, it's a very nice place, you know, in town. They might have a little bit more money than anything. You notice by the items in the house, and like they're of a little better quality. And you know, she's explained that there, you know, there's a general store attached to the place. So, so when you get in there, she pulls you aside and she said, you know, she says, she's like, it was downstairs. It was, you know, we have to go downstairs, and so that's it. She points into the she points to the south of you guys, to a room down there, and she's like, there's we gotta pull up that little hatch, and we can go down the stairs to the basement, and I'll show you exactly what happened.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, show me the way. You know, I'll take care of this. Is your father home by any chance?
Oh no, he's out right now. He's out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Lead the way.
All right, so she goes over and opens the hatch, lights a taper, and starts to head down. And she's like, "Come on down."
Absolutely.
So when you get to the basement, so when you come down the trapdoor, you see a set of steps leading down to the into the basement. You see the steps go down for about 10-15 feet. It's dark down there. And you see a rough stone basement. You know, it's like the typical like dugout, like what's it called, like stone foundation. It's a little damp and musty down there, but the light of the taper that Shayless has is it just goes down about this far. And I gotta share this with you. All right. So you look down and you see about 10 feet down at the landing at the bottom of the steps. And let's put you on the board so you can move about as you please. Davdithas, you are there, sir.
Okay. I assume she's ahead of me.
She's at the foot of this. She's at the landing.
Okay. So I'll come up to her. I'm just gonna. So there's rats down here, you say?
Yeah, I thought I saw a big one the other day. It was like over the big one I saw the other day was like right over there in the corner, and at this, she points to the north side of the basement, and you don't have a clear view of what she's pointing at from where you're standing. That's a wall you're standing next to. So
it's okay. It's okay. Say no more. I will take care of this. I'm gonna cast light on my shield.
Okay.
And
so that clearly illuminates more of the area, and I'll open that up for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around the corner so I can.
Okay. So if you
see from here
with light on your shield, you see a good part of the basement, and there's like, so this basement is a place. It looks like they store goods for the store, and as well as like personal belongings as well. So give me a perception check, please.
Absolutely. Perception away. That is a 20 plus 10 for 30. I see all.
You are the all-seeing eye, right?
Yes.
I see through the friggin' walls with that.
I see you guys at the bar. You left me.
So she points over in the corner, up to the up towards the this area. I'm going to make a pointer so you know what I'm talking about. But we're looking in the northwest. The northeast part of the room. She points you over there to go take a look. And as you walk over, you noticed that there is a bedroll made up rather than any monsters. So as you're walking over, you see this.
Was the rat happen to be in that bedroll there?
He was, and at this, you turn around and you see her start to take her bodice off, and she says, "I must confess, I was a little dishonest in my words, but who could blame me? I'm entranced by you. There are no rats, but there is me in the comforts of my company."
Oh man, I can't believe you would lie to me in such a way. Whatever will I do?
Well, you could come and enjoy my company for a little bit. And she starts to walk over the bed, and she lays down on the bed seductively.
I suppose it's the only logical choice at this point, you know.
Okay. So you don't have to give me but like, are you gonna engage in some activities here?
I'm gonna let her lead the way a little bit here.
Okay.
I mean, she seems to be the kind to take the first steps.
Take the lead? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you approach, she puts her arms around you and starts kissing you. And, definitely paying you a little bit of attention.
Ooh la la.
All right. So now we're going to go check in with Idabrix and Mihaly.
So
getting
as I
hot
was
over
saying,
here.
it was at least this big, and I just pulled it up out of the ocean. That's like half my body size. That was an epic battle, and
Oh,
I've never
wow.
caught one larger.
That probably would have broken me. Yeah.
Oh.
It was a wild floppy one, but I tamed it.
Good
Wow.
for you. That
Yeah.
sounds like it was quite a challenge.
Well, I've got nothing other than fishing stories, I suppose. That was long ago.
Another lifetime, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've traveled around a fair bit. How about yourself? I mean, look, I gotta ask you. You picked up that dream catcher. There's something going on there, right? Well, what was that all about? You really wanted it. I mean, what significance does it have to you?
That was my family symbol on it.
Okay.
And my mother makes them. And I haven't seen her in quite a while.
How long is quite a while? I mean, if you care to talk about it.
A while. I haven't really kept track of time, but
Yeah, that's
a while.
understandable. I haven't seen my folks since I was a kid. I guess we have that in common.
go us.
Hey, right on. Bunch of weird vagrants sitting in a
I'm pretty sure that's how we all got here. Yeah.
Well, you know, these things happen, I guess, but I gotta say my life is a little bit better after being out on the road.
It's a lot more fun when you
Goblins
travel
aside.
but yeah, having traveling companions definitely helps.
Yeah, I was kind of out of my own for a few years there until I met some friends and traveled around with them, but I mean, you guys seem like a fun group, and I don't know what the heck happened to the rest of those guys before, so I guess I'll just hang out with you if it's all the same.
So, where are you from originally, anyway?
It's kind of a tough question, you know. I don't really like to get into it too much, I guess.
That's
but
fair.
Suffice to say, a small town out in the woods, secluded.
I
didn't
get
know
it.
any of this existed until I was, well, geez, I must have been a young teenager at the time. But one thing led to another, and I could definitely not stay at home anymore.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, and you know, I hit the road like many young eager fellows do, I guess.
Yeah, I did it more out of necessity, but here we are.
Yeah, sure. Cheers to that.
I'll drink to that.
All right.
All right, we're gonna check in with Gunnar now. So Gunnar, when we left off, you were up there preparing the body, giving Father Xantus a little bit of explanation on the customs of your people and how you guys would prepare the body in this type of situation.
Indeed. So, The body is set upon the funeral pyre and burned either on the pyre or in the boat, and they say that the smoke and the winds help carry the spirit of the fallen either to the Elysian fields or to Valhalla, depending on how he's judged. And most of the time, the ashes are gathered and brought together once everything is burned by the priests and buried either in a family plot or with the rest of the city. But the body to be burned, the wind is a symbol as he's carried off and made one last adventure or journey.
Interesting. The custom of our people, we lay the people to rest in the earth. It's a return. It's the cycle of life for us, because as the body gets commissioned into the ground, and the body breaks down and it provides food and nutrients for all the other thing. It's the circle of life, and that's why we do things the way we do here. And having a marker tends to make the family, or give them a place to go work through their mourning. And that's been the way of our people for as long as I can remember. I do see some advantages yours, because when this plague burning the body would clean up that plague quicker.
Well, the body still has the ashes left over. Anything that's left from the pyre is collected and buried in a plot.
Okay.
So there's still a place to worship and remember.
Okay.
But the essence is burned away. It's sent on one last journey.
Okay. All right. Well, what we'll do is Sheriff Hemlock here is he's gonna go talk to Mayor Tavern and let her know what's happening. So when he does that, I think they're gonna, Sheriff Hemlock looks at you, goes, like I was talking about earlier, I think it's time to increase the patrols in town, and I'm gonna go tell the mayor. Maybe we can meet up with you guys later, either at City Hall, or we'll send a runner to the Rusty Dragon and see if we can get you guys get all on the same page. And it might be tomorrow morning as well, but we'll try and get on the same page if you guys have any interest in helping the town out further.
That is quite fine. We'll help in whatever capacity we can, I'm sure.
So he sticks his hand out awkwardly, because as you showed him before, he's like looking to shake your hand in your style and the people style of your people, and it comes across a little awkward, but he's making he's extending the olive leaf, trying to cater to your style.
He looks like he's trying, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's not mockery or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just it's an awkward, it's a new thing for the sheriff.
Okay. So I'll step forward and I'll put my left hand on the back of his elbow and kind of pull it forward a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll reach forward and clasp forearms with him,
Okay.
and I'll smile and give it a light squeeze, like an affirmation, like he's
Okay.
doing it right.
Okay. So he smiles and he's like, I knew I liked your friend. And I'm trying here. It's new to me. I'm just an old dumb soldier. You know how it is. So I'll send word either tonight or tomorrow. We should meet up, and we'll get it going, and we'll figure out the best next course of action. Okay.
Understood.
So you look over, and Father Xantus says, Gunnar, I'm gonna take it from here. I'll send a runner down to. We'll probably wait till the morning, but we'll figure out what Amele wants to do, what she wants to do with the how she wants to prepare the body, or what she would like to do with it, and I'll reach back out to you.
Regardless of how she wishes to deal with the dead, I'd still like to be there. He was a
Okay.
warrior that gave his life in protection, and he
Okay.
deserves to be honored.
Okay, we can make that happen. It provided she doesn't take the body up elsewhere to do it.
And one more thing.
Sure.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out my coin purse, and I set 2 gold next to the body on the podium,
Okay.
the stand, whatever it is.
Okay.
She doesn't need to pay for burial services.
Okay.
This will be taken care of.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we certainly appreciate that. You guys are looking after the town like they're your own. We definitely appreciate that. So Gunnar, if you wanna, you're more than welcome to take off now, and we got it from here, friend.
Very well. Thank you for your time. And with that, I'm gonna head back towards The inn, I guess, because
Okay.
I don't know where the rest of everybody went. They didn't really tell me before everybody kind of split.
Yep. Okay.
So that's, I'm assuming, is our base of operations. I'm
Yeah.
gonna head back there.
Okay. So Gunnar starts to make his way back to the inn. We're gonna check in with Davdithas at this point. So it's been a little bit of time. They are mixing it up, bumping uglies, as the kids like to say nowadays. And Davdithas, give me a perception, please.
For those listening right now.
Yeah, for those
just
listening,
for this moment.
for those who are listening out in podcast land, you should see the theatrics that Davdithas has come up with. It's worth stopping by the stream. His face is disheveled. It's sweaty. His glasses are on
Full on
sideways.
sex hair, folks.
Sex hair.
We're not even trying to hide
So,
it. Glasses are crooked.
All right,
priceless.
I rolled a 15 plus 10 for 25 on that perception.
okay. So upstairs, you hear a door open and close, and then footsteps walking across the floor. With that, everybody, we're gonna take a break for about 5 minutes, and we're gonna we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm
This
gonna
is the best cliffhanger of the entire series. Guaranteed.
You have to stay like that the whole time too.
Oh,
Yeah.
so weird.
So with that, we're gonna go take a quick 5-minute break. I'm gonna talk to you wonderful people out in the community there as the cast goes. It takes a couple minutes, so I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna switch it over to another screen, and we'll get that going. Boom, boom. So everybody, we really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us, and spending some time with us. We have a blast doing this. We have an absolute blast every time we get to play together, and I personally have a lot of fun putting the story together. And we we love that you guys are coming out. We love seeing you week after week. And for those of you new to the channel, welcome on in. We like to have a really good time here, and we have a great cast of characters. Mihaly, Davdithas, Gunnar, and Idabrix. They're all great characters, and I personally love working with them. So we've been doing this for about 6 episodes now, and it's been a good time so far. And we just wanted to mention we're gonna have a second a tabletop gaming night coming out shortly. We're going to be teasing it until it's ready to go. It's in development right now, but that one is going to be more of a modern game, a D20 modern game. Run here, same thing on Fantasy Grounds. We also will be, it's going to be Cyclone Jack is joining us, Gunnar is joining us for that campaign. But we have a bunch of new people coming on as cast. That should be a really interesting game. I've been playing for D&D for so long, but I have only played in one D20 modern campaign in my life, and I'm really interested in putting this together and getting this out there. I've had a concept in my head for like 5 to 10 years, and now we're getting that going, and it should be a good time. I want to mention we are pushing Patreon. If you guys have, if you're in a spot where you can financially, toss $1, toss $2, whatever, and you'd like to support us, we strongly suggest you look at our Patreon. It's patreon.com/tabletop tavern, and Patreon takes the least amount of money for any donation, anything. So if they take 5%. So if you donate $1, we get 95 cents on that. Twitch takes if for your Prime sub or your sub, they take half of it. They take 50%. So we really appreciate this. Is the Patreon subscribers that we got so far, and I'd be remiss if I didn't give them the credit they deserve. So Wolfgar 1920, Nate Westlink, and Riot Extreme, thank you so much for the Patreon support. We love you guys, and we appreciate everything you guys do, and that includes just showing up and hanging out with us and having fun. So I'm going to take a couple minutes. I'll be back, and we'll get the game going. And stay tuned for part 2 of this night's edition of Tabletop Tavern. All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for bearing with us during that break. And when we left off at the break, Davdithas just heard some footsteps upstairs and saw a door closing. Sounded like somebody came in the house. Davdithas, what would you like to do, sir?
What was that?
What? What was what?
I heard someone coming in upstairs.
No.
Yeah, I definitely heard something.
Shayless, the door was left open again. Are you here? Steps start coming down into the basement.
What do I do? I'm gonna try and hide in. Let's see here. There's other barrels next to where we are.
There's. If you need me to share the map, there's crates around. There's, there's shelves. So,
I'm gonna try and kind of peer in. Are any of the crates empty from my from my inspection here?
So I'm gonna give you about 12 seconds to check. So give me one crate you want to check. Give me
the closest one.
All right, so let's see if that is in fact empty. Boom, boom. Give me high or low. What would you like, high or low?
High.
The crate is not in fact empty.
Damn it. All right, I'll just try and get behind it.
Okay.
And crouch down and hide.
Give me a stealth.
Oh no. Okay. This is not gonna be good. Dice be with me. Natural 20.
Wow. Okay. So you hear a man coming down the steps, and you look past you, and Shayless has quickly buttoned up her robe, and the man says, Shayless, what are you doing down here? So Shayless looks up and, Dad, I'm just down here. I was just checking some goods, making sure everything is stocked for the store. Well, what's that glowing light coming from over there?
Damn it.
I don't know. And you just, that's Davdithas. That's Davdithas. You know Davdithas. He's one of the heroes in town.
And I try and really quickly just make myself presentable. Take about 3 seconds, and I pop up and I go, "Yep, no goblins around here. Yeah, another house cleared of goblins."
So you're gonna try and bluff him? You try,
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, let's do it. All right, let's do it.
I am. All right, mighty charisma modifier, help me. That's a 10 plus a 1.
Let's see if he believes you or not. Hold on one second.
I should have used my bonus.
I'll allow it. If you would like to add it. So Davdithas has rolled a 11 plus he has his bonus given to him by, I believe that was Great Wolf.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So Great Wolf gave him a +1, so he used that for a total of 12. And let's see if he believes you. Oh, I gotta use the right die.
No, it's fine. Use a D4.
He looks at you and he goes, "Oh, I feel better. I heard about that attack earlier. The word is spreading through the town like wildfire. It's crazy. It's crazy. I heard about how you guys helped over at Amele's place. I mean, it's tough news to hear about Allergas, but it would
It's very tragic. I am deeply distraught by it, and I certainly have nothing else on my mind. But yeah, that's why I'm here, just checking to make sure that no other tragedies become of our wonderful town folk here.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys, everything you have done. You guys continue to impress everybody in town with your actions. You know, he looks over at Shayless and he goes like, this one can be a little bit of a trouble, but I mean, you know, her and her sister they both they can both be a bit of a handful, but we appreciate people like you in town that are willing to step up and defend us.
Yes, anytime you need me, just let me know. Same to you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, ma'am.
Ven Vinder. I run the general store.
Yes. Well, please, we would not want anything happening to you or your family, and I will be happy to return anytime.
Does that call for another perception? That was weird.
I'm gonna give like, did you just stare at him while you say that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a little odd, but he doesn't get your meaning. He's like, he basically, and he said he's like, I don't know, he's kind of eccentric, but you know, he just. You don't think he picks up on your meaning.
Whew.
Well, Shayless, we got to get up to the store. We got to get, you know, you're down here packing some stuff. So let's get those shelves stocked, and we'll get everything going. And we'll get the make sure this, you know, the store is ready.
Is there anything I can do to help while I'm here?
No, it's stocking. No.
Okay.
No. Thank you though. Thank you for taking care of us and helping out.
Yes, absolutely. And if you ever need me, you could probably get in touch with me at the Rusty Dragon Inn, where we will be staying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I say that loud enough for any within earshot to hear.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So, Davdithas, where would you like to head?
I must be off to you know, check other houses and stuff. So Davdithas away.
So what are you doing when you leave the house?
I'm gonna head back to the Rusty Dragon Inn.
Okay. All right. So when you get back to the Rusty Dragon Inn, you step in and you see Gunnar sitting at the table there, and you don't have eyes on Idabrix and Mihaly. Don't appear to be in the room yet, or appear to be at the inn yet.
Oh, Gunnar, thank God you're here. I mean, thank Desna you're here.
Davdithas, are you all right? You look a little flush.
I've bit off a little more than I could chew, if you might say.
You've been wrestling, haven't you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have. You have never been more correct.
We should wrestle sometime.
No.
Why not? We can do it out back right now. I'm sure we can get some tuna grease and we can go at it in the hay.
Oh gosh. How about we have a couple meads first? You know.
First, surely.
Yeah.
Then we'll get oiled up and we'll wrestle around in the back.
Round of meads and
Gunnar,
put something special in mind.
Gunnar, you've been awarded a +1 token from Nate Westlake.
All right.
All right. So with that, we're gonna check in with Idabrix and Mihaly.
So, what were we talking about?
Well, I think it was bears beats.
Bees?
It was definitely beats.
I thought we were talking about bees.
Oh my God.
Bees. Bee.
Oh man.
Because we were talking about beats.
Oh,
Full
okay.
circle.
Gotcha.
Oh my God.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, they taste better than turnips. I gotta say, like that turnip I had when I got to town didn't do anything for me.
But you gotta
And
cook
Buddy
it
had
right.
a whole cart of them. Who is buying these turnips?
Somebody who knows how to cook them.
So the
correctly.
bartender looks over and he goes, "Turnips are really good if you fry them with butter."
Well, have you ever eaten them raw, sir?
No, and I don't suggest you do.
Oh,
Did you eat one raw?
I'm gonna say that's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh boy.
He kind of looks down at there's a kid that's doing prep work over there, and he goes, "Boy, how old are you again?" I'm 11, sir. Have you ever had a turnip raw? I can't say that I have. I thought you're supposed to cook them first. And he just looks at you and he just kind of dead eye stares you and just kind of shakes his head a little bit.
Well, you guys are missing out on quite an experience.
No. So the door opens.
And with that, I might take my leave from this establishment.
The door opens and you see Sheriff Hemlock come in, take his helmet off, sit down at the bar. He sits out. He looks over and he goes, Idabrix, Mihaly, what are you guys doing here?
Well, we were educating this man on the correct way to eat turnips.
What is the correct?
We figured we would. Oh, sorry, you were saying
what is the correct way to eat turnips? I thought it was with butter and the root vegetables, the other root vegetables.
Yes. See, not raw.
Oh, see, I thought you were siding with me there for a minute.
No.
Okay, so apparently I'm the outlier here. Try to take a bite of those suckers raw.
So bad business.
Your turnips suck. I don't know.
So that was a bit of bad business that you guys ran into earlier today.
Yeah, sure was. We just tried to kind of escape the chaos. We're not ones for crowds and attention, Oh,
I see. I ran into Gunnar over at the chapel, the new chapel. I'm grabbing a drink here, and then I'm gonna go back to talk to Mayor Tavern and suggest that we up the amount of patrols in town, and maybe we should do some house to house checking. Maybe you guys could help out. I suggested the Gunnar, and he said he was going to bring it back to you guys and let you know. Maybe you guys can work on some patrols or help out. If you want to further help out the town, there's room for you to do so.
Well, sure. I mean,
yeah.
We're here anyway.
We can definitely do that.
Okay. He was last I left him, he was going to run back to the Rusty Dragon. I'm not sure. If you needed
that
him.
makes sense. I mean, that's where our rooms are, right? We were going to head there eventually ourselves, but you're staying for a drink, are you?
Yeah, let's. He looks at him. He said, "Bring over a cup of that fine ale, sir."
How you like the ale here? Better than the mead?
Well, I mean, it's a taste thing. Like some days I feel like mead. I go down and see a Miko. Sometimes I feel like I want a nice ale, and I come here.
Sure. Okay.
Geridian here makes a fine ale. Fine ale.
Yeah, that he does. I mean, he's definitely doing the trick for me. Idabrix, sorry. I'm slurring my speech. I've had so much. My goodness. I don't know about you, but yeah, I'm kind of digging it.
So how are you guys, barring all the unpleasantries, how are the people at Sandpoint been treating you?
Oh, everything's great. I mean, yeah. Pretty welcoming town.
Yeah.
I think we've had a pretty good experience here.
Well, I mean, besides the goblins and the
obviously.
Yeah.
All things considered, everyone's been pretty friendly.
Yeah.
What's your take on this? I mean, there's a goblin hiding in the house. How many more could there be?
We went around the town pretty well, and we patrolled through the town. We have patrols going. We didn't do a house by house search, but this is unfortunate. What I get from the situation, and he got it kind of stuck in a bad situation after the raid and got stuck here, and then took advantage of that situation and got one of our citizens. So,
are they known to dig tunnels? I mean, this guy was down in a hole in the floor.
No, I think it was just. I think that what it sounds like to me that was out of necessity that he got trapped in there by Amele's dog. You know how they hate dogs. They hate horses. They hate dogs.
Yeah.
So I think the dog was keeping him pinned in there, and I don't think I finally got to the point where he's going to starve, and that's this old soldier's take on the situation.
Oh yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Right.
I guess. Right.
Right.
Well, the dog's doing his job.
Yeah,
Perhaps we should walk around with some dogs on your patrols.
that might be a good idea. That one, maybe we can
See
get
if
some.
they can sniff them out.
Yeah, yeah. I can. Let me think, because we don't usually do that. Let me see if there's anybody we can track down in town with dogs like that. That's a good suggestion. I'm gonna bring that to me at Tavern. So at this, he finishes up his mug, and he's like, "Okay, gotta go tell the boss what's going on." So he gets up and he's like, "Good to see you guys." And I told Gunnar I'd check in with him, and I would let you guys know when it's time for us to figure out a plan. I'm gonna talk to May Tavern now, and we'll get going on the planning. So you guys should hear from us shortly.
Sure.
And he tips his cap. He puts on his coif, picks up his sword, and he walks out.
I tip my hat.
Your fancy
and
hat.
wave goodbye. Yeah.
I tip his hat too.
You tip his hat as well.
Yep. I tip it the other side though.
Okay.
Reach up and straighten it back out.
Okay.
Shake it off a little bit.
Excellent.
All right, Idabrix, what do you think? Time to go?
Let's do it.
All right, you done your drink?
Now I am.
Now you
Yeah,
are.
me too. Me too. Yeah. Okay, so we'll settle up with the barkeep and
Okay.
get on our way.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys settle up. It's a couple silvers per drink. You guys settle up and you're on your way. You guys stop at any time you want to have a nice ale.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Even you. I don't know about the turnip thing. You know what? I'll tell you what. You stop by sometime when I get turnips in stock, and I'll make you how they're supposed to be made.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
All right.
You gotta try one raw though.
I mean, you know how they say the customer's always right?
I'm not right, am I?
They lie.
Exception to the rule. Okay.
So
All right,
he's,
with that, I step out the front door and just start walking out into the street.
he gives you a
making my way back
smile and
towards-
he waves as you guys go.
make my way back towards the Rusty Dragon.
Okay.
But on the walk, and I don't know if you want to swap around, but on the walk, if we come across any neat shops or anything interesting.
Sure. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, just like little, hole in the wall type of shops that
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been in yet.
Hey, you have-
Something along the way.
Kind of different, fun.
Okay. So give me a little bit of an idea what kind of thing you would be looking for. Let's just say like weapons and armor, magical items, books.
Well, I'm definitely interested in stuff that's magical myself.
Okay.
That's what I would be more keenly looking for. I don't really care about the combat stuff or the martial arts.
Okay.
And I'm just, honestly, I'm just kind of tagging along. I'm interested in kind of whatever.
Okay. So you guys leave the White Deer, and you, as you're walking back towards the inn, you look in, you hear people talking about a library. There's a library in town. So if that, you pick that up, and a couple of kids are saying we're heading over to the library. So there's definitely a library if you wanted to, research anything. And you also come across you come across a place where it has a symbol on the front of the door that to indicate that magic is sold here. And if like if you were looking for something in particular, you could ask around and talk to the locals and see if there's something that in particular that you were looking for. You should be able to track it down.
Hey, Idabrix, that's totally a magic shop, right?
Looks like one.
Do you want to pop in?
Sure.
I mean, just for a minute, right? We have time.
We have time. Nobody's
Those
expecting
guys
us
are
to be
probably
anywhere.
out on the town having a great time right now. They're definitely not waiting for us.
They're
No.
definitely.
We'll just slip
No.
in for a second. We'll catch up with them.
They'll never know.
Okay, cool. Our little secret.
Totally.
Yeah. All right.
Pinky swear.
All right. We're gonna hop into the shop.
All right.
Is the door open?
Yeah, there's the door opens and you enter a store called the Sandpoint Boutique. When you walk in, you see a human there, a lady, and she looks up at you and she greets you, and she's like, "Welcome to my shop, the Sandpoint Boutique. What can I help you find?"
Oh, we're just kind of shopping around, and
We're
we
just
noticed a
browsing.
sign out front.
Oh, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, I mean, I'm a enthusiast of all things magic, so
Ah,
perhaps you have some eccentric, some oddities, some interesting little items that I might find, curious enough to purchase.
well, we have a couple potions in here. We have a couple healing drafts. We just got in a couple weapons that I haven't quite figured out what they are yet.
Ooh.
And I have my resources at, so I can't price those yet. But if you come back in a day or two, I can definitely, we'll get those up for sale. I have
Tell
a
you
couple.
what, I mean, maybe I could help you identify them for a little friendly discount. We could work together on this.
You're a practitioner of the arts?
I absolutely am.
Okay. I have 3 potions here that I need identified and 1 dagger.
Okay.
Let's how should we work this? Let's
Yeah, I'm curious. What do you propose?
So I normally pay a gold per to get these figured out what they are. They come into my shop. I tend to buy them at a discount, and I go over and I try to have them, identified. So if we can figure out, I'll give you a gold per, or if you want, we'll put some money toward. If you want one of the items, we'll put some. We'll put the your cost toward the purchase for the items.
Idabrix, you think this sounds fair?
I think, yeah. I mean, it sounds reasonable. I can
Deal.
I can maybe help with the dagger too.
I reach across the table with my arm extended, or the counter rather.
Okay. So
As a
she.
handshake.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Leaving
absolutely.
me hanging.
No, she reaches out her hand. Deal.
Hey.
Yep. Deal.
All right, cool.
All right. So she puts the first potion down in front of you. It is blue, and tell me what you're doing.
Well, I suppose roll of spellcraft would be the best way to identify.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, you could roll a spellcraft.
All right. 7 + 4 is 11.
Unfortunately, your ability at this point, you do not figure out what that potion is.
Yeah. Okay. So holding it up and looking at it, I say, "Well, I'm not really sure about this one. How about the next?"
Okay. So give me a spellcraft.
Sure. Spellcraft of, oh my god, 9 + 4 is 13.
You're not able to figure out what this one is either.
So I wasn't lying. I promise.
She
But I'm
looks
not entirely
skeptical
sure
at
what
this
one
point.
is either.
She's looking
As you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about potions. I'm not an apothecary type of person here.
Yeah, but this is
I
magical.
may have come across them.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, there's no harm, no foul. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Then
Yeah,
neither of us. You're
not at
out
any
of
loss, right?
Yeah, you're out of it a little bit of time. So
Sure. The next.
she places it on the counter.
3 + 4 is 7.
You
my
are
God.
unfortunately not able to figure it out without.
Yeah,
with the
you know
third.
what? Potions aren't my game. Let's remove right onto that dagger.
Okay.
Break that bad boy out. Idabrix, check this out.
All right. I am going to roll an appraise on the dagger. It's a 15 + 5 for 20.
So it's a very finely made dagger, and but you wouldn't be able to figure out if there's any magical properties of it or what it would do. But it's a very well made dagger.
Like the dagger alone is, yeah. Okay.
Yep. You think
So-
you think this is this would be like a mastercrafted dagger.
Okay. So I'll tell her that. And I honestly don't know much about magic, so I can't tell you what's on it, if there's any enchantments or anything,
Okay.
but I can tell you it's a really great dagger in terms of its craftsmanship.
Ooh, a great dagger, you say? Can I
Yeah,
take a peek at it?
sure.
As I'm holding it, I'll try to mess up another roll. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 10. You know, I think I might be having an off day, but I'm really not getting anything from it, although it does look fancy.
Well, you're not determining. Well, so if you wanted to determine if it was in fact magic, you could cast your cantrip detect
Well,
magic.
detect
but,
magic,
but
of
you
course,
don't know.
Yeah, but I just thought it was a given.
Yeah, yeah. But I was just going off what you said because you didn't know. Okay, we'll move on. But yeah, you're not able to figure out what the enchantment on this dagger is.
So humor me. I'll cast detect magic. Is it in fact magical?
It is magic. It glows magic.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Well, be it that we do not know what this is, would you be willing to sell it to me nonetheless?
Without knowing what I have, I'm not going to be able to sell it. If you come back in a couple days, we could.
Well, hey, I've got money here today. I mean, how much did you pay for the thing? We'll pay you a little bit extra and we'll call it a day. You'll make a profit. We'll get a nice looking dagger.
So, how much money you got?
Well, that's a question you do not answer to strangers. I've been beat up in an alley before.
Does this look like an alley to you?
Well, no, but hey, I mean, you know, what difference does it make? How much did you pay for this thing? Where did you get it?
I have a guy that comes in here and sells me stuff.
That means it's stolen, right?
Wow.
Joking.
So at this, she
is
gets
how
a
I
little
negotiate.
insulted.
We're just joking around, you know,
Yeah.
building rapport. It's funny. No, it's not. Okay.
It's not funny.
No.
No,
okay.
my
I'm
store
gonna
store
drag
is
him
on
off to
the
side
up
for a
and
second.
up.
I'm going to drag him off to the side for a second, and I'm going to be like, Mihaly, there's a time and a place to joke about stealing. This is not it.
Gotcha. Maybe the ale's getting to me. I don't know. I'm just having fun.
I paid. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but I paid 700 gold for that dagger. So,
700 gold.
Woo!
so
Well, it does
unless
look great, but I won't go a gold over 50.
that's not gonna happen.
I understand, and I respect you for it. That would be a very bad move on your part. Well, I'd love to come back and try again someday.
Okay.
But until then, my friend, I believe that's it.
All right. Well, have a good day.
Well, Matt.
I'm not sure we are, but you just called my store.
I'm not sure you are either.
Can I do a diplomacy check to convince her that we are, in fact, well met?
Yeah, give me a diplomacy.
Are you serious? Okay.
Give me we'll have to see how it changes her attitude.
A 20 plus 5 is 25.
Okay, so
I look at her and say, "No, come on. I was just joking around. We're good friends. You like me, I like you."
So she says, "I don't know about being friends, but I'm starting to think that maybe you didn't mean that comment maliciously. So we're gonna let it slide."
Of course not. Of course not.
All
Have
right.
a great night.
Well, you have a great night as well. So with that, you guys exit the store, and
Yeah, I'm
we're
slip
gonna
out of the store and start heading back towards the Rusty Dragon.
sure, and we're gonna check in with Gunnar and Davdithas back at the inn.
So yeah, I mean that's just what happened, and her dad came in, and I don't know. Here I am.
So you were wrestling, but not the kind that I was thinking.
And I didn't know what you were thinking. I'd hope it wasn't that kind.
See, what you should have done is asserted dominance and not stopped.
Oh, I was being dominant.
So you, as her father comes downstairs, you tell her that she's yours now.
Whoa, oh man. I don't know how you guys do things up north, but when I'm going down south, that's not how I do it.
You've got to claim her. Assert your manliness, your manhood.
Oh, I'll
Show
keep
her
that
what
in
kind
mind.
of man you are.
Apparently, I'm a very scared one.
Oh my god. The door opens and Mihaly and Idabrix walk in.
You can ask Mihaly. I'm sure he's done it before himself. The door opens, you keep going, and you say hello.
I'm not sure he has actually.
The door opens, you keep going, you say hello. I really can't connect these things.
What is going on here?
He was having his way with the townsfolk.
Whoa, not. I was having her way with the townsfolk.
You were having her way? So you weren't asserting dominance then.
Townsfolk?
I mean,
No,
you
one.
weren't there.
Before her father came in.
She
I'm
was
so
totally
confused.
like.
And instead of
shy.
continuing and locking eyes and finishing, he hid.
I seduced her. She was not like
Seduced?
giving any signs, and I exerted myself as a
Davdithas,
man.
give me a bluff check.
Alrighty, there we go. That is a 8 + 1 for 9.
Idabrix and Mihaly, give me sense motives, please.
13.
4.
Idabrix is like, good job, Davdithas. And at the same time, Mihaly is just shaking his head. He's like, that never happened. That didn't happen like that. Does not believe you at all.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I don't even care. You know what? Believe what you want.
I don't even have to
Regardless,
happen.
another round for the man who spread his seed today.
Not even sure I did.
How can you not be sure? We really have to work on asserting your dominance. I'll show you some moves later. It'll be all right. Next time she will never forget your name.
Amiko comes over and drops 4 tickets of meat in front of you guys.
Amiko, can I ask you a very serious question?
Sure.
When you're with a man,
Oh dear God, no.
This is not gonna end well.
So Amiko just looks left and looks right, kind of shakes her head and like looks at you with that like tread carefully stare.
he knows when he's finished, correct?
I would hope so.
This is what I'm saying, Davdithas. You will know. So you have not yet finished. It's okay. I understand. We will find this young lady. You can court her. And we will make sure you finish next time. In fact, if you need an audience or pointers, I'm sure Idabrix and Mihaly and myself can help you.
Whoa. No
Nope.
audience.
So
No audience.
Amiko at this point is kind of intrigued and she's like, Did you find a nice lady in town or?
You know people really well, right?
He found the rats in her basement, if you get what I'm saying.
Wow. This sounds like we've missed quite the story.
Hey.
I think we really have, actually.
Please
So-
tell me that was not a euphemism.
So
He stiff arms Davdithas, or I stiff arm Davdithas. Our young cleric friend here dipped his quill in the town folk ink.
So Amiko
Oh,
is intrigued at this
no.
point. She looks over at Davdithas and goes, Davdithas? Who was it?
Look, you're not gonna go telling people, right?
Come on.
I needed a straight answer from you, Amiko.
Are you about to kiss and tell? Is that what's happening?
Look, we're all
Listen,
friends
you're
here, right?
busy. I mean, I'm you're sitting in a public room right now, but I'm not want to run around and start rumors.
That's what I thought. All right, look. Do you know who Shayless is?
Shayless.
Shayless? Yeah, thank you for correcting me.
Shayless.
Thank you, Amiko.
It was
yeah,
Shayless. It
you know
had to be
Shayless?
Shayless. Had to be
Okay.
Shayless.
What does that mean?
So she just
Oh,
she looks at you and just kind of shakes her head and just starts laughing, chuckling.
is she very thankful for heroes that
I think she's thankful for
help
anything.
people? Well,
Her and
this is
her sister has been causing problems all over town.
Really?
She's shacking up with this boy, and I don't want to say too much, but you know, how do I describe Shayless? So she sits there and she kind of like pokes herself on the, like thinking about it for a second. She goes,
She enjoys sexual promiscuity.
She enjoys the company of men,
There you go.
and she's
I
not
happen to be one
very
of those.
and she's not very selective.
What? What do you mean?
I
I
hate to burst your ego there, but
what?
you're a cleric, right?
yeah.
All right, you might be using some spells coming up there, friend.
Oh no.
Davdithas.
Yes, Gunnar.
In my homeland, they can cut it all off and you'll be fine. It'll go away. And even so, you can use the eyes of a deep sea fish and it'll help with the itching.
What?
Davdithas, give me a Constitution check.
I would love to. I hope it's 20.
Want to borrow my dice?
It's why didn't that show? Hold on.
It did. I saw it.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is. 14.
Okay.
I lean over to Mihaly. I'm like, did we have too much ale? Like, is this?
Are you picking up on anything that's happening here? I mean,
I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm pretty sure it was something that I'm really glad I wasn't privy to before.
yeah, sure. I mean, we had a good time at the bar. You didn't need to be part of that.
Davdithas laid with a woman. What's so odd about that?
Thank you, Gunnar.
The fact
The
that
fact
it
that
was
she laid-
Davdithas and a woman was involved.
Yeah, but see, I can counter easily with she laid with half the town already from what our
Ooh.
patron is telling us.
Amiko says, "I'm gonna get. You guys want some food?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get some food sent over. Okay, so
Yeah, food.
she just kind of
Food.
Davdithas.
Thank you very much.
She looks over at you and just kind of gives you like shakes her head like, "Oh, you poor boy." And
I'm
walks.
new. I didn't know.
You are new, friend. And she walks away, and you hear her calling in the kitchen for 4 plates of food for the heroes.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Is it? Because, well, I'd love to know where she lived then.
So I will show you.
Wonderful. So on to more important and pressing business. With the goblins that are still hiding somewhere in town, like the one that we found and smote, I was speaking to the priest, Xanthus, and the sheriff, and they were talking about us possibly doing patrols at night, and I think it's a very good idea.
Yeah, we
So
ran into
instead of
someone
getting-
at the White Deer.
Yeah, we
instead
had a
of-
similar conversation.
Okay, well, I figured instead of us getting blind drunk every night like we've been doing, we might as well go out patrolling.
Can we do both?
No,
Why not?
because you have to see what you're fighting. You already have problems hitting things, and I'm pretty sure if we ask the woman that you
Math
laid with,
problems,
you have a problem asserting dominance as it is. You don't need to be drunk as it is. You need to keep
Blame
your
it on
mace
the mead.
strong and stiff.
Blame it on the mead.
Blame it on
the goose.
Blame it on the rain.
I'm just gonna turn around.
Davdithas. It's quite all right. Deer antler.
all right. So you guys see the door open. A child, probably about 10 to 15, runs over up to Amiko, hands her a bit of paper. Kid, nods his head at her. She gives him a little coin. He runs out. So Amiko comes out with 4 plates of food, arms stacked up. She goes over and sets them down in front of me, and she goes, this note just came from town hall for you guys. And she hands it off to whoever takes it.
I take it.
Gunnar, what's it say, buddy?
I open it up. I look at it. I turn it sideways. That makes sense now, and I hand it over to Mihaly.
Okay.
Give me a bluff. And the rest of you give me sense motives, please.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a 4.
Good luck. I'm gonna know what you said because my bonus is a +8. So
20.
So
Jesus.
6 + 8
I
is
am a-
14.
I have a 21.
Nobody is buying the bullshit you're selling, Gunnar.
I'm just gonna
man.
play it cool and take the note anyway and not call on the bullshit.
Okay. So when you open the note,
thank you.
The note is from Sheriff Hemlock, and he says, "Can you?" It just simply reads, "Hey, friends, can you meet us up at the town hall tomorrow morning? We've got word that our friend might be joining us. We'd love your company. We can discuss the current events, and we can figure out what's going on."
So as I read that, I read that out loud to the whole group.
Okay.
So meet at town hall in the morning, guys.
Wow.
Good
Okay with
plan.
that? Any other business to tend to before we hit there?
What's the current time of day?
It is nighttime. It's about it's dark out.
Okay. Well, then I guess we've got nothing else to do than our usual.
I'm going to hone my blade and go out on patrol if any of you would like to join me.
Out on patrol now?
Yes, of course.
Hmm.
Come,
Prefer
maybe we
drinking
should. Are you sure we can discuss your escapades, as it were, or lack there of finishing them?
I think what I need now is the healing power of Desna.
So we'll stop at the church on the way?
I don't know. I don't want to talk to Father Xanthus right now.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure there's some remedies that can help you. So you finish next time?
Father Xanthus anyway.
I met a man who had an interesting way of preparing turnips, and perhaps that could help you.
Yeah.
Yes, it was this man right here who seems to think you're supposed to eat them raw.
Is there any other way?
Do you even know how to eat, or?
Well,
I mean, you put them in a
that's a
stew.
weird question.
You roast them.
I mean, you're the one who
You guys
ate.
roast your turnips. Get out of here.
Well,
This is the
you just
fourth
eat them
person
raw.
tonight.
Where are you even from?
Well, just I don't.
You don't
It's
know?
a strange question.
Okay.
Well, I know, but this is a small town, far north.
Is it
Wouldn't even
raw
call
eating
it a town.
turnip town?
It's a village in the
Jeez.
woods.
Village in the
Uh,
woods.
I
mean, look,
stand
you
up
eat
and I
what
push
you
my chair in.
So
I guess.
patrols.
I suppose I could. I need to get my mind off of all this for a minute.
Let's go for a walk, my friends.
You guys are gonna head out patrols.
Yeah.
Well, we have food coming. Can we grab that to go or what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could eat. You
Kind
could
of
take it
rude
to
to
go.
step out right now.
The note did say that you guys will meet till tomorrow morning, but if you want to step out tonight, you're more than welcome. So
I mean, if we're just going for a little while, how late do you plan on being out, Gunnar?
An hour or two.
I suppose I could do an hour or two.
A loop or two through the town and we should be fine.
That's
Sure.
fine. Nice nighttime stroll. I mean, how's it look outside?
the weather's fair.
It looks fair outside. Yeah. A good
There's
stroll.
a little mist out there tonight. It's a little
Wow.
fog.
Little mist. Reminds me of tonight actually.
Yeah.
Reminds me of home. I will regale you with the tale as we walk.
Very well.
Great.
Hey, Amico, could I take the food and maybe a mead to go?
Yeah, I can. I mean, if you just want to take a bowl and a fork, or mead. I don't know. You got a wineskin?
I could empty out my water skin.
Okay. And
Surprised
grabs
there's
a-
water in it right now.
Are you really going to walk and patrol while drinking?
Man, nothing's gonna happen. It's fine. Totally fine. All right, look, he seems upset. Pass on the mead, but he's gonna want food. He's gonna try and deny it, but he's gonna want it. So we will take that.
Okay?
Let's go for a walk.
2 plates of food. So, just so I'm clear, who's going out tonight and what's going on?
Yeah, I'll go for a walk.
You gonna go for a
I'm
walk?
going out as well.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll go.
Okay. All right. So Amico comes back and has 2 plates of food that are ready to go. It's literally just in a bowl. It's roasted vegetables and some meat in a bowl with some forks. There you go.
What kind of vegetables? Can I do a perception to find if there's any turnips
I
whatsoever?
was gonna ask if there was turnips in
Give
it.
me a perception.
Are you okay? I roll a 7.
You don't see any turnips.
Not worth commenting then.
Nope.
All right. So, can you guys still see the map? Or do you need me to open it up again for you?
I can see it.
You
I
can
can
see
see
it.
it.
I got it.
So, give me a plan of action on how you guys would like to do this.
Gunnar's leading the way.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the northernmost and move through the streets, start in a spiral pattern, starting outwards, moving left, down, and then cut into the center as we go.
Okay. And are you guys all going together? Or are you going to split off into separate teams?
Together.
I would say together.
He was going to tell us a tale. I ain't missing that.
That's
Sure.
true.
I
He
mean,
was.
I gotta hear more about what Davdithas has been up to.
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, how long do you want to patrol?
Until the whole town's covered at least once.
Okay. All right. So I'd say that if you're walking every street in the town at least once, I'm going to say that's going to take at least 4 hours.
Okay.
If you guys spread apart a little bit, staying within sight, you could probably get it down to like 3 hours. So
That's fine.
okay. So I'll do some checks and give me, all three of you, give me 3 rounds of perception, please.
3 rounds of perception.
14 and a 14
And
a 6.
Okay. And yeah, do them 3 together. So yeah. So Davdithas, what did you get?
I've got a 17.
Yep.
A 13 and a 13.
Okay. Yeah. Idabrix.
All right. I have a 14, an 8, and a 22.
Okay. And Gunnar, please.
That'll be a 19, a 7, and a 9.
Okay. 19, 7, and a 9. Okay. So Gunnar and Idabrix and Davdithas. As you guys are walking through the town, you're out there patrolling for like 2 or 3 hours. When you're moving around and you get up towards the back up towards the chapel, like in the main courtyard, kind of where you guys when they were having the festival, you start to, when you get up towards it, you hear a little bit of a weird noise. You hear the skittering of feet. It's dark now. There's torchlight out there, but there's some weird noises going on out there.
There's something skittering about.
I'm gonna start heading in that direction and motion everybody that I'm doing so.
Okay.
Hey, Gunnar, you want some light?
Not yet.
Okay. Just gonna motion to the rest of them. Follow him.
This guy thinks he's the only one who can cast light, nudging Idabrix.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I can't, so.
So I'm gonna pop the map, and if you give me a second, I just want to get that map open for you guys. All right, so put you guys on the map as well. So again, you guys are in the square. I'm gonna say you guys are coming in from the northeast corner. And bear with me a second. As you guys come into the you start hearing a little bit of weird noise down by in the north. I'm sorry, the southwest part of the area. Those tents that were up the other day, barring the ones that had burned down that you saw the goblins light on fire, in the food court to the right, or the eastern side of the area. I'm going to draw a pointer. You think the noise is coming down from somewhere in this area. And let me get you guys on the map, though, so you guys can move about as you wish. I'm going to move you up more towards the northeast. I just wanted to get you guys down. So you guys, as you guys come into the square, you hear that noise down from the southwest. So it's up to you guys what you like to do.
Gunnar, what do we do?
We approach slowly and quietly, and we see if we can find what's making the noise.
Okay. Let's do that.
Are you guys?
Don't casually have relations with it.
What do you think I am? Jeez. I don't just casually have relations with everything.
Mood.
Okay, Mihaly? All right?
Okay.
I
I
don't know
like
who
that
you
he
think I
specified
am.
everything.
Everything. Just an object. You think I'm going to go over that tent over there and just, just do what I want?
This got it a hand.
Look,
We don't know you that well.
So, Mike, as they're going back and forth, I'm going to take a point as I start slowly creeping forward towards the noises. And when I start getting closer, if it starts getting any louder, I'm going to drop to all fours and start checking the ground for tracks. Can I take a 20?
No, because there's
No.
you can't right now.
Okay.
No.
No problem. Then I'll just take a tracking roll.
Okay.
See if I can find any fresh tracks or anything that's been scuttling around moving.
Are you trying to move silently, or are you just walking over there?
Yes, I'm going to move silently. Do you want a stealth roll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that is
Whoa!
not a sleight of hand. That was supposed to be a tracking.
Sleight of hand.
Is it the same modifier?
No, my tracking is a +4, so it's supposed to be a 24.
Oh, no. I thought you were rolling for stealth there. I'm sorry.
No, I was rolling for my tracking first, then I was going to give you your stealth roll.
Okay. So what's your modifier on your tracking?
+4.
So you'd come with a 24. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do see tracks heading in that direction.
Can I tell what kind of animal? If it is an animal?
You've seen these tracks before. You're pretty sure that it's goblin. They're small.
Okay.
They're humanoid.
Okay. And stealth roll?
Let's do it.
And that's a 14 total.
Okay. What is the rest of the party doing at this point?
I'm still arguing with Mihaly.
Well, look, man, I'm speaking quietly. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just joking around.
Well, you did. You did.
gotta
All right,
tell me the rest of that story,
one
man.
mistake. I make one mistake,
When we
and
get
you're
back
all
to the
over me
bar,
for it.
we're gonna settle this.
Yeah, that's damn right. We're gonna settle it. Yeah.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
have a-
While they're
we'll have a
doing
beer
that,
and-
I'm
Okay.
gonna roll stealth to follow Gunnar.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, please.
It is a 15.
Okay. So you guys start making your way over there, and are you using any light source at this point?
How bright is it out?
So
Is there moonlight or?
there is moonlight. I'd say it's a quarter moon right now, but there is some fog around tonight.
Okay. I'd be more focused on trying to follow the tracks because the two spellcasters are busy arguing back and forth and bickering like children.
Okay.
And if, whatever we're tracking, i.e. the goblin tracks that I saw are focused on what we think are two bickering idiots behind us, they're not going to notice me sneaking up on them.
Okay. Alrighty. So you guys are going to move forward. Okay. So Idabrix and Gunnar move forward. When you get to about, I'm going to move you back, Gunnar, just so when you get to about
Sure.
here, I'm going to need both of you to give me a perception, please. So Idabrix, if you want to be following, you can put yourself anywhere you want behind him.
I'm going to use my +1.
Okay.
That's a total of 18.
Okay. So when you move over there, you see over behind, you see a glint off metal back here, and you hear sharp, scratchy voices bickering back and forth. They're like, you hear, And the other one's like, no, I found it. It's mine. I found it. It's mine. You can't take that from me. Can't take it. And you also hear a low, like, growl, like, and it sounds like a dog to you.
How big of a dog?
You don't have eyes on it yet, but it just sounds like you hear that low guttural, like, growl of a dog.
Okay. I'll continue creeping very slowly.
Okay.
Towards the sounds and the chattering.
Okay. Give me one more stealth, please. If you're going to be following as well at Idabrix, please do.
That's 13 total for me.
It's a 25 for me.
Okay. I got to do some rolling. Okay, so as you creep over, all of a sudden you hear the sharp bark call out, and you see a head whip around the corner, Gunnar, and it right around here it locks eyes with the both of you, and with that we're gonna be on initiative. I'm not gonna call a surprise round because up until you guys had got over there, you're gonna have a surprise, but the dog, you think the dog picked up on you at the last second, so
okay.
However. Idabrix, so Gunnar and Idabrix are going to act normally. Davdithas and Mihaly are going to be on. We're going to treat them like a surprise round because they're back and they're not watching what's going on. So let me get some initiative, please.
14 for me.
Gunnar's coming in with that 19.
Davdithas also coming in with the 19.
Ooh.
21.
So again, Mihaly, we're gonna skip. You'll have a partial action.
Yep.
So yes, you can do your partial action now. So you can either.
This is my first time using a partial action.
Sure, you can do
in?
something like you can move your movement speed, but you can't attack afterwards, or you can't use a skill or a spell. You could cast the spell, but it can't be a full round spell. So it would have to be like a cantrip or most likely any of the spells that you currently have. So,
right. Okay, so I'll use a move. I guess just a full move.
Okay.
To catch up to them, but I'll be like, Davdithas, where did they go? I guess they went this way, and then I'll just take off.
Okay. All right.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30? Or 30. Sorry.
Okay. So, so let me get these guys down for you. Okay. So Gunnar, you see this dog appear. Like I said, his head had poked out, and I'm gonna give you guys a picture. And you have seen one of these before. You know this to be one of the. It's not technically actually a dog, but the goblins call it a dog. You know their inherent hate for regular dogs. He comes around the corner, snarls at you, spit flying from his face, and he moves up 30 feet towards you. And that brings us to Gunnar.
Okay. With the move action, I draw my hammer, and I'll take a charge and swing off on the dog.
Okay.
That's a 26.
That would be a hit, sir. So Gunnar draws his hammer runs over to the dog, sweeps it down in an underhanded blow, and connects on the side of the goblin dog. And
here we go for damage. That is 6 points.
And it leaves a very telling blow on the dog. Hits him in the front right shoulder, and you hear bone crack. And the goblin dog winces at first, and then just snarls in anger and hatred, and looks at you. Davdithas, you are as well on a half action.
Wait for me, and I'm just gonna equally run up.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to our new friend. So all of a sudden you hear a screeching howl as a goblin comes running around the tent, and he's like, "Fucking Longshanks, we'll get you yet," and runs up to Gunnar, and he's got a dog slicer in his hand, and he's flying right at you, Gunnar, and he takes a shot at you and completely misses the timing of it, and just swipes past your arm, narrowly cutting a piece of clothing on your side.
Okay.
And that brings us to Idabrix.
All right, that's me. Let's see. I'm going to move up to the dog, and I'm going to attack with my rapier.
With your rapier? Okay.
Yeah, figure we'll try something different tonight.
There you go.
So let's see. That is a 4.
So Idabrix engages. He steps in with a rapier and tries to poke down at the injured dog. She clearly saw that Gunnar had connected on its side very well and was aiming to finish it, but isn't able to poke it in a good spot, and doesn't connect correctly. And at that, you look, and you hear another goblin trying to sneak around the side towards you guys, and he pokes out his head, and he looks over at the party, and he pulled out his goblin slicer, and it looks like he's just waiting there to find a good opportunity to attack. And that'll bring us to Mihaly.
All right, so I'm going to move in towards Gunnar and Idabrix. That's a 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'll cast Grease on the squares just below Gunnar, where the two enemies are.
Okay, so
I'll draw a box.
Okay.
If I can.
Yep.
I'm working on it.
So you right click, hit
I always
pointers,
mess it up.
and then go to draw square, and then drag left click.
So I like to cast Grease on those two and the squares south of them.
Okay. All right. So drag it on them, the reflex save, and see if it'll work for them. Okay. So what you do is you go to the spell.
I drop the cast.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll walk you through. Yep. You go to your actions, and then if you hit the little, it should be the cast. It should be the cast. Yep.
Okay. That doesn't do anything, does it?
It isn't. Okay, so what's your DC again?
It should be a DC of 15.
Okay. All right, we could do it that way. All right, let me see what these guys' abilities is. DC saves. They've got a. What's your DC again?
15.
All right.
Base 10 plus 1 plus 4.
Okay. So the goblin dog makes it, and he stays up, and you see him struggling, even though he's got a very, very hurt front shoulder. And the goblin, let's take a roll for him. The goblin falls to the ground at Gunnar's feet. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to the goblin dog. The goblin is going to turn, and seeing that that Gunnar hurt him so much. He's gonna take a 5-foot step out, and he's gonna make a reflex save to do that. So boom, boom, boom. And in doing so, falls to the ground at Gunnar's and Idabrix's feet, thus provoking an attack of opportunity. We'll start with Gunnar, or whoever gets it first.
I got it first. That's a 10.
That does not hit.
I'm gonna throw my rapier away.
You're like, can I trade this rapier for another one?
Right.
Gunnar, what would you get? I think you're muted, Gunnar.
That's a 22 to hit. Sorry about that.
No worries. So you landed a 22 to hit, and
Yep.
so as the goblin dog tries to slink away from Gunnar because it fears the power of Odin's warrior, Gunnar rears back and swings down, and it completely caves in the rib cage of the goblin dog, and it falls to the ground dead. And Gunnar, it is now your turn.
Hoisting the hammer back up after dispatching the dog, I take a quick 5-foot step and I spin the shield craftily,
Okay.
like kind of forcing a barrier in
Yep.
front of me and the goblin.
Okay.
And then up from the right side of me, from underneath, I bring the hammer straight across the prone goblin
Okay.
with a natural 20
Ooh.
Oh.
and a 12, which if prone, maybe confirmed crit.
I don't remember if they get a plus. If you get a +2 against a prone, I'm trying to remember.
I know he gets a minus to his AC, so I don't know.
Boom, boom. Sorry, guys. He gets a -4 to AC, so his AC is. Let me do some math here, real quick. That would be a hit.
Okay, so that's crit confirmed.
Hey, wow.
Let's see that double damage.
So that's 14 points of damage.
Okay,
Holy.
and so Gunnar, in a move of inspiration, after he comes down and collapses the rib cage of the goblin dog, steps, follows through on a swing, makes a nice move with his shield, comes across in a sweeping motion, and just instantly kills the goblin as well. With that, it'll bring us to Davdithas.
All right, I am going to move another 30 feet towards the last remaining goblin that we know of.
Okay.
All right. And I will cast True Strike
Okay.
upon my Morning Star.
Okay. And what does that do for our friends out there?
Oh, that's going to give me, if I should get within melee range next turn, a nice little +20 on my attack roll.
Excellent. Using the divine power of Desna. All right,
Of
so
course.
that brings us to that guy is dead. Idabrix, you're up.
Okay. I guess at this point, I am going to throw my rapier at the goblin.
You're gonna throw your rapier at the goblin.
Because why not? No. I am going to move up and try to attack it with my rapier.
Okay.
So move up there. Oh, that's a 15.
That looks like it's a miss, ma'am.
Oh, come on.
So close, so close. So the goblin, seeing that this very happy halfling run up and try to take a swing with a rapier at him, he just decides that he's gonna ruin your night. So he rears back with his dog slicer and takes a swing at Idabrix, and has a very telling strike. He rears back, and his strike flies true. The goblin rolled a 20, but did not confirm its crit, and hits you for 2 points of damage. So when it comes across, it hits Idabrix in the side of the neck, but not enough to get to hit artery, but her neck is bleeding. And that brings us to Mihaly.
Okay. I'm gonna move straight south to get a little bit closer to the action.
Okay.
5, 10. I'll take a 15-foot step in to be a little bit behind Idabrix, and I will cast Acid Splash at the remaining goblin.
Okay.
And I roll a 16 plus 2 is 18.
Okay. So that is ranged touch attack for 18, and that hits.
And I roll a damage of 3.
All right. So Mihaly walks up, puts his hand together. A dart appears in his hand, and it flies out of his hands and embeds itself in the cheek of the goblin, and acid starts dripping down his cheek. With that, it brings us to Gunnar. You're up, sir.
Okay. I'm going to move my full 40 and flank the goblin. But I'm not going to attack. I'm going to take my attack action and I'm going to intimidate the goblin.
Okay. Roll it.
And I shout and call forth from the heavens, Thor's hammer has split 2 of your brethren tonight, and you shall not hurt this city anymore.
All right, so give it to me. So for those out there viewing, we are allowing in this campaign, one of our homebrew rules is the allowing intimidate through the use of strength check. So,
well, the original roll didn't make it on the mat, but that's a 2 for a total of 11.
So he doesn't appear to be shaken. He doesn't. He at this point he is in the frenzy of battle, and it doesn't appear that you are affected to him.
Okay.
And that brings us to Davdithas.
All right, I hear Gunnar's pathetic shout, and wanting to be even more challenging, I rush straight up to the goblin, and I draw my Morning Star back, and I yell, "Hurt you!" and I swing it at him.
And the most pathetic battle call in the history of battle calls.
That's right. And that's going to have a plus 20 modifier to it. So hopefully it hits. Let's find out. I didn't drop it on him, but it's a 37.
Okay. So Davdithas has rolled a 17 with his with the divine guidance of his god has rolled a 37. That hits, sir.
All right. Who would have thought? And that is for 8 damage.
Ooh. So Davdithas runs forward with his Morning Star in his hand, calling upon the graces of Desna to guide his strike, and comes in with a sweeping motion and literally takes the head of the goblin off its body. He swings down, connects in the side of the head of the goblin, and the goblin's head cracks to the side and drops. The goblin falls dead. And with that, you look around and you don't see any other enemies around you.
Well, it's a good thing we came out patrolling, eh?
I just stare at you. I
This
just stare at you.
is a good yell you did there. It really inspired me. Yeah. Just, I'm gonna blow on my Morning Star and just go, and then holster it. Yeah.
Well, we should continue our patrol and remember to tell the sheriff what we found tonight.
Yes, but first, let us check these goblins for anything special.
Indeed.
Great
I'll
idea.
check the one that I just finished smashing.
Okay. So they have they have dog slices on them. They also have like the small padded armor that you've seen before, and you know it probably won't fit any of you, except maybe Idabrix, and or maybe Mihaly, but that's his choice. So dog slider. So they have the dog slicers.
He said you small.
And that's about it.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll take one of those dog slicers and just
Okay.
put in my pack.
All right. So that for you is going to be, it's going to be like smaller than, it's going to be like a fixed blade knife, like what you would, you would take, hunt, but it's small because they're such small, they're, small figures.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
How many dog slicers are there?
There's 2.
I'll grab one as well and just kind of put it in my bag for later.
Okay.
Never know.
And I'll move those into your inventory.
Exactly. You never know.
Okay. And what would you like to do from here?
How much of the town have we patrolled at this point?
You were into the 3rd hour, so you did a majority of the town so far.
All right, let's just finish it up and let's get some sleep, man. And we got to
Well,
report
it's
in.
a good thing we came out to patrol.
It is.
Indeed. I set my shield back on my back and I resling my hammer,
Okay.
and I start piling up the gore and the bodies of the goblins and the goblin dog off to the side, but in plain view so the people can see it so they can clean it up.
Gunnar, give me a... Hold on, I gotta find out which roll it is. My apologies. Boom, boom. So... Boom, boom. Give me a fortitude save, please.
Sure. Natural 20 plus 4.
Okay. You are fine. You notice when you touch the dog, it's not pleasant. It's abrasive and itchy and scratchy.
Is there is there any spare fabric or box or anything?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Tarp or natural 1.
Go from a 20 to a 1.
Yeah, seriously.
In all things, there is balance.
I'll let you take. You could take 10 on this or take 20 on it, because
Okay,
there's no risk of failure.
Yeah, I'll take 20 looking around.
All right, so you could either like cut off a piece of the tent, or you could find a box somewhere to put it in.
All right. I'm gonna take a huge piece of tent and some boxes and like break apart the wood,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna set it out in the open near the stage. Maybe around. I'm gonna move my token to where I put it.
Okay.
Maybe around there.
All right, so almost right in front of the stage. Okay.
Yeah, and I've got a basic adventurers kit. Do I have a little bit of lantern oil?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna douse a little bit of the stuff in lantern oil.
Yep.
And I'm gonna set it ablaze.
Okay. All right, so you set all the corpses, just so I'm clear?
No, just the dog.
Just the dog, okay, but with the fabric and stuff like that, okay.
Yep.
All right, so as you do that, and the bodies go up, they go, hissing and fat as the fat pops, and they go up pretty quickly with the assistance oil. From the north, from the north of the northeast, 2 guards start to walk into the yard, and from out front of the chapel, a couple of the acolytes actually come out as well.
Okay.
And they're like, "What's going on here? What's going on here?"
I hold up my hand with an open palm.
Yep.
And I bellow forth. We found more
You found more what?
goblins and their minions.
So the guards walk over to you, and they come over and they took a look, and they're like, "Why are you burning that?" And
When I touched the animal, it felt wrong, off. It felt like it would hurt.
okay.
So rather than someone getting hurt from it, I'd rather dispose of it.
What was it? What kind of creature was it?
It was a large goblin rat dog creature looking thing.
Oh, well, so when they initially attacked, Fred was he was cleaning up the body of that thing, and it was like he puts his hand down. It was like a couple feet high, hairless, like, and just looking like ugly.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he had this allergic reaction all up and down his arms. He had like all these marks, and he was itchy, and like he had to go to the healer, and it wasn't for, he didn't even get the fun side of it. He just got the bad side of things there.
Yeah.
So
I know the fun side of it.
So yeah, good for you. I'm gonna so an acolyte. You see an acolyte run into the chapel, and he brings out Father Xantus with him, and Father Xantus comes out and looks, and he's like, "We gotta stop running into each other like this."
Indeed.
Thank God you guys are around still.
How did these goblins get in? Aren't there guards at every entrance?
Yes, but I mean, there's if they scale the wall, or there's I don't know. There could this is what I know. I know Sheriff Hemlock's meeting with you guys in the morning, and this is why we got to come up with stricter patrols, because after what happened today and seeing this, it's just, it can't happen. It can't happen. So I'm gonna send word to Sheriff Hemlock, and we'll double the guard tonight, and we'll just gotta do what we gotta do. So he sends the guard with him off to wake up Sheriff Hemlock, and Father Xantus comes up, and you guys all right? Anybody hurt here?
I think
I'm a little
we're okay.
hurt.
I think we're good.
You're a little.
Yeah, Idabrix is bleeding from the neck. Which
All
is
right, so
tough.
he comes over, and his hands, he puts his hands around the side of your neck, and light radiates between his hands, and he says, "Desna, if it's your will, please heal this one." And slowly you feel the flesh start to knit together back on your neck, and the flow of blood stops.
Yeah, I really got to learn that one. I mean, I can do, and I start casting light on my fingertips. I can do this whole thing, but that is something different.
Desna
need to
power, best
experience
power.
Desna.
If I cheer
It's a
for
thing
Desna
now.
enough, can I learn that?
We could talk about it. I could teach you some ways.
Okay, I'll take you up on that some night. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
Well, we need to make sure you double the guard. It's this kind of thing. We got to be keeping on top of here.
Gunnar, yes. Sorry, I just saw them. Yep. Gunnar has to step away for a couple seconds, but we're gonna continue. So Mihaly and Mihaly, Idabrix, and Davdithas, what would you like to do at this point?
So about that armor on the goblins.
Yep.
They said there's a chance it may fit me. Am I gonna want it?
I mean, that's a decision you're gonna have to make. You do realize that armor, you as a spellcaster, you realize that armor.
Yeah, I don't
interferes.
really want to wear armor if it has any negative effects to my charisma modifier.
It wouldn't be a charisma, it'd be a spell cast percentage. So you would have a chance of failing the actual spell if which you would. We can go over that.
I'll read about that later.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you could take it. You're more than welcome to
tell me
take
what
it.
the items are. Yeah, maybe I can take it and sell it later. Who knows?
Right. So it's a full padded leather armor for a small figure.
Is it feasible that I could carry that in my bag? And
Absolutely.
not be
Absolutely.
too worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the whole set of gear.
Okay.
Pack it in my bag. We'll figure that one out later.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Davdithas, and what do you guys want to do at this point?
Personally, I think it's time we turn in for the evening, right?
Personally, I think it's time you tell us a little bit more about what happened there. I mean, we missed that whole story, but that's a story we could have over a cup of mead.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so early in the morning though.
Oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Still
I
night.
mean,
Yeah.
It was like nighttime when we set out, and it's been 3 hours since then.
Yeah.
So
So you're looking at like
Late.
right before midnight. You're looking right.
Oh.
Yeah.
that's not too bad. All right, maybe a glass before.
Why the change of spirits?
I looked to the sky, and I saw the moon in its orbit at just the right moment, and I realized that perhaps
Can
I
sense
could.
mode if this is bullshitting me right now.
Do it.
And I'm telling an honest truth.
I do
If you
not
think he's lying and
believe
if you don't believe him,
14.
Davdithas, are you bluffing or are you being honest?
I mean, you're the voice that told me so I'm just thinking that that's probably how I perceived it.
Okay. All right. You think he's telling the truth, Mihaly? You think he's like, oh, I thought it was earlier than, I thought it was later than it actually is at first. So
I
Boy.
guess he's pretty good at just impromptu time telling. I mean, that's one skill to have, sure.
I am. Watch. Try it again.
How about right now?
It's been 30 seconds.
No way.
Yep.
It's totally been about 30 seconds.
The two of you, I'm going to bash your heads together. I swear.
This always happens. This guy's
All right.
party
So,
pooper, right?
so
Always the serious one.
Mihaly and Davdithas are heading back to the inn for a cup of mead. What would Idabrix and Gunnar? What would you like to do?
I glance at Idabrix and I look at the town guard. Do you all need a hand cleaning this up?
No, we should be good now.
Then we'll retire with our friends, I guess.
Okay. We'll call the trash guy. He'll come or send his children out to pick it up.
Okay.
Bring out your dad.
Alrighty. So you guys gonna make your way back to the Red Dragon? I mean
Yeah.
the Rusty Dragon. Sorry, that's a whole nother movie.
Dragon.
Yeah, as we're walking. How about now?
It's been minute and 30.
Now?
Yeah, minute and 35.
Man, you're good.
Dude, I could do this all evening, but I don't want to.
Okay, I trust you.
I shake my head following the two of them.
As they are walking, I am going to sort of be slower behind them all,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of just take off on my own.
Okay.
But I want to roll a stealth check because I don't want them to hear me.
Okay.
I'll get my perception ready.
Honestly, I'm too annoyed at the two of them to notice right now.
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Gunnar, Mihaly, and so Gunnar is annoyed right now with Mihaly and Davdithas are occupied with their conversation about the time going on right now, and they start heading back to the inn. When you get back to the inn, you realize that Idabrix is not with you, and we're gonna check in with Idabrix. Idabrix, what would you like to do during this time?
I am going to make my way back over to that magic shop that Mihaly and I were at earlier.
Okay. All right.
And I am going to scope out the building.
Okay.
And
You want to
see
scout?
if what's that?
You want to scout the building out?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so kind of check and see like status of doors and windows and.
Okay. So when you get to the place, all the lights are off inside. Give me a perception. We'll start with that.
18.
You don't see any lights on the inside, but and you think, based on looking at it and being in there earlier today, you don't think this is a live-in property. Like, you think this is the shop. You know.
Okay.
It's a single-floor building. To the left and to the right are both buildings, and they do have lights coming from within inside on both those houses around it.
Okay. Do I find only one door, or are there multiple doors to get in?
So let's do this. Let's give me So if you're at the front door right now, and you're if you want to move around without being noticed or potentially being noticed, you're gonna have to give me some stealth checks. And if you're gonna if you go around the building specifically.
All right. So let's see. That's a 16 for stealth.
Okay.
As I move around the building. And let's see. Did you want a perception for looking at?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. 20 for perception.
All right. So as you go around the building, you notice the door at another door behind the building. There are 4 windows, one on each outside wall. You do see the 4 windows as well as a door in the back and in the front.
Okay. I'm gonna check the door in the back. But knowing that this is a magic shop, I'd like to check it for traps first.
Sure.
We're using perception for that?
Yes.
Or okay. 27.
The door is in fact trapped.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna try to disable it.
Okay.
It's 25 to disable.
You hear a click, and the door gently swings open. Give me a stealth check, please.
It's 28 for stealth.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the shop and look for that dagger.
Okay. So give me like a search. So give me a couple of perceptions.
Okay.
Give
That's
me-
23.
Give me 3.
Okay. An 18 and a 9.
Okay. So you notice behind the counter, there looks to be an area. It's got a box in there, a metal box. It looks like to be attached underneath the counter. You don't see the dagger anywhere else in the room, but this looks to be a secured spot.
Okay. I'm gonna check that for traps.
Okay.
That's a 16.
You don't
Perception.
think there. You don't think there is any traps on this.
All right. I am going to I'll try to open it, see if I can get into it.
Okay.
That be disabled device or
Yes. Yep.
it's an 18.
So as you reach over and you start fiddling with it, and you're trying to open it and disarm the trap, a large screech, like a pure ear-piercing screech, goes off, and it just like this loud noise, and it just constantly goes off. And with
I'm
that,
going to book it out of there.
and with that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Of course we are.
No.
Oh, no.
Every friggin' time.
So damn close.
Close.
I mean, we don't know it was a trap yet. We just know that you hear a loud noise and perhaps you've lost your mind.
I mean,
True.
It's all in
I
your
very
head.
well could have.
Yeah.
she already procured a hat. She's off on her own, and we heard a loud noise. Listen, I'm not saying 2 and 2 makes 4, but
Oh yeah, you guys are too far away. You wouldn't hear this noise.
yeah.
But how we doing, guys? How was your How was your night treating you?
Oof.
That was another amazing night. That was a lot of fun.
That
Tonight.
was intense. Yeah.
What
Tonight.
about you guys out in chat? How are you guys doing tonight? Did you enjoy the cast of the Tabletop Tavern in their adventures tonight? Wolfgar liked it. If you guys,
Wolfgar.
yeah. Sapphire Roxas, good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Roxas.
Yep.
Good to see y'all. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cheers, friends.
All right, so we're gonna start from my left to right. Mihaly, any thoughts?
Tonight was a lot of fun. I feel like being a new player to D&D altogether, I'm picking up on little things here and there, and I feel like every episode we're inching further and further, into being a proper D&D group. I guess it takes a little more time for everyone, and I don't know, it's getting more and more fun and more comfortable for me, which is a huge plus.
Excellent.
Thanks, yeah.
Excellent. Luna.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, today was really awesome. Especially towards the end. I normally, when I start to get quiet towards the end of the session, it's because I'm getting tired, and this time it was seriously because my character was like trying to find an opportunity to back away from the group, and there just was not a good one. So but outside of that, it was a fun night, it was a funny night, and I think this is just getting better every week.
Awesome. Gunnar.
I gotta say, each and every adventure, each and every episode, the more time I hang out with all you guys, I hate to be all cheesy and warm and fuzzy, but it feels more and more like a family. I love spending time with you guys. I love hanging out with you.
Heck yeah, man.
And Sunday nights are some of the best times that I have
You guys are great.
during the week.
Feeling is mutual.
Excellent. And the Lush. The ladies' man. We're going to call him the ladies' man
The
now.
ladies, man.
Who didn't know if he finished.
I
We didn't say he was a good ladies man.
look. I'm
Leon
just like a-
Phelps,
I'm just like a teenager on prom night, okay? Which for me means I'm still just a teenager. But anyway, I feel like I entered this episode a boy and I exited a man.
Are you sure?
Do we really want to go that far?
Are you sure?
We don't know that.
We don't know
I'm gonna need to
yet.
roll- I'm gonna need to roll a d20 on that.
Roll a bluff check.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. It was fun as always, and they're only getting better and better as time goes on. So
Excellent. I have some fun things to share tonight. I have a blast. I was always doing this. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. And I have a great cast here. These guys put in a lot of work, and we all put in a lot of work together to make this fun for everybody. But it's easy when we have such a group that melds together so well. But I have something fun to announce, guys. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Get your level 2 character level ready for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, did we do it?
Yeah, congratulations. Bum, 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 bum. You guys leveled up.
Yeah,
So our
Final
party is
Fantasy
now
level up.
moving into level 2. And congratulations to them for making it this far. Rocks have not fallen yet.
not yet.
That's the part that amazes me.
Yeah, we thought you would have gotten tired of us long ago.
Well, I mean, I did, but
Thank you, Mike. Cheers to you.
But
Mike.
he's got a show to run, so he can't kill us off yet. You know?
I gotta let people get deeply invested in your character, so when I kill you, it means something.
It'll
Mm.
mean
All right,
something to
George
me.
R.R. Martin.
Exactly, right? The other milestone is tonight we broke 1,800 people in the Tabletop Power Nerd community.
Whoa,
Uh,
hey.
so there is-
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yep. So we
Guys,
thank
you.
Yeah, thank you everybody who came out for the first time tonight and joined the family. We do this every Sunday night. If you enjoyed yourself and you haven't given us a follow, make sure to give us a follow. We will be back next Sunday. The podcast will be out in podcast form middle of this week, and it'll be up on YouTube, and the VODs will always be playing, as you guys know. So we thank you so much for coming out and supporting us and being here and having fun with us. and we have a great time. I just want to push it say it one more time, guys. We appreciate everybody who supports us in any way they can, whether it's being here, whether it's helping us test stuff, being part of the staff, anything like that. So thank you so much. I'd like to big shout out to everybody in the crew, everybody who's helped us. We've put a lot of effort into it, and it's a passion project, and we thank everybody for coming out. We have a couple Patreon subscribers now, and we'd like to show them some love. So Wolfgar1920, Nate Westlink, and Riot Extreme, thank you so much for those Patreon. And if you would like to contribute, you can contribute as low as $1 at patreon.com/Tabletop Tavern, and show us some love. But thank you. We look forward to seeing you next week. We'll be starting off our adventures as a level 2 party next week, and I can start throwing some harder stuff at these guys, and we'll have fun. So I'm gonna kick it over, and we're gonna get our credits rolling, and then we're gonna raid Total Party Chill. Total Party Chill. So let's go show them some love, and let's go. I'm gonna kick that off now, and
all nice shot emotes.
All nice shot.
Everyone
everybody
nice
who's in there. Don't forget to drop those emotes, and let them know where you're coming from, and we're gonna get these credits going, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you everybody for everything you've done, and when the credits are done rolling, I'm gonna toss you over there, and we're gonna say hi to them.
#Davdithas Sexer. Trended on Twitter.
#I'm a real boy now.
I'm a real boy. Hashtag I'm not sure if I
finish.
Couldn't finish. Hashtag I'm not sure if I finished.
#ED Davdithas.
Oh.
#dominant eye contact.
Dominant eye contact.
#naked man hugs. Just because.
Oh my god. It's #squee for Prez.
Always
Yeah,
#naked man
Always
hugs.
That's a
#squee for
given.
Prez.
Yep. Yep.
We're gonna build a wall and keep all those goblins out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And we're gonna toss that raid now. Bye, guys.
Cheers, friends.
Take care.
Peace out.